Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Welcome in, Middays with Marks here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, no. That was August 17th. That's
Okay.
what you're looking for, Sean Brace. Johnny Marks will be here momentarily?
I think so.
I believe so.
It's nasty out there. We're not telling people anything they don't know if they're driving through the Delaware Valley, but be careful out there.
So what we've decided to do is just turn this into a promotional thing for us. Hey, Midday Show on August 17th. I'm Ray Dunn. He's Sean Brace. Connor Thomas, how are you?
I'm great. You guys are interrupting my nap time, but I'm great.
Connor Thomas.
You are lucky to know that nap time doesn't have to happen anymore. I don't know if you're like an afternoon nap
No,
time.
absolutely not. Canceled for further notice.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, you'll be able to sleep in a couple extra hours. So good for you on that one. Yeah, this was announced yesterday in case you missed it, 3 o'clock on Unfiltered. Brace and Dunn come your way August 17th. Connor Thomas with the two of us, Sean Brace, myself, Ray Dunn. This will be what Middays is in 12 days. Math works.
Yeah, it's exciting times, of course, around here, and I know we'll talk a little bit more when Johnny gets in because it all starts and ends with him, right? Him opening up the door to move into mornings and setting the tone for this station. I want to be careful because I do not want to slight anybody or anybody to take this personal. John Kincaid stepping away, going to Atlanta. Of course, Connor and Andrew did an unbelievable job. Great show across the board. But John is going to go in and change things. We know that. We've worked with him now. I've been with him for many years. John is he's very aggressive. He knows what he wants, and he's going to set the tone for this station, point blank, in the story. Things that John will be talking about in the morning, Bill will be talking about on Unfiltered with Ricky Bo, right? And again, I don't know if that took place. No slight on anybody here, including Connor, who's joining us, Connor. We're all going to get through this. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's an exciting damn time with this radio station, and I can't thank everybody enough for believing in us, number one. True. Bill Colarulo for setting the table yesterday. Outstanding job. Of course, him and Ricky Bo introducing everybody and the belief that we have in these walls right now and what we're capable of doing. Because that station over there is miserable. They can't stomach punching the clock and talking about teams that win. And guess what? That's what we have in Philadelphia right now. We got a team that has LeBron James, a team that is considered a championship contender. We got a Phillies team that just got the best bat, Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn is now playing for the Phillies, ladies and gentlemen.
Something like that, sure.
We got Jalen Hurts, who's a Super Bowl MVP. Connor, give me him. We'll get that. But bottom line is this, an exciting time here at the Fanatic, and I can't wait to get going. But it's fun. Today, John steps away. Dad's away for a little bit. Try not to stain the carpets, Ray.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's not gone for too long. I just got the text he's walking in.
Nice.
So he's going to be rolling in at any moment here, and he'll be here to take back the throne for, obviously the next 8 shows that we got on Middays here before he makes the move on up to mornings, and excited for Marks and Salciunas and excited for the drive-in to be listening to those two cutting it up. And I know, speaking for you and myself, working with Johnny's been awesome. I mean, the opportunity that we've both gotten to pick his brain, learn the radio brain that he has, and for the two of you, reuniting after, 10 years?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Dozen
time
years?
ago. Yeah, a long time ago. But we had a really cool thing going back in those days. And of course, he's made such a career out of it, moving on and doing his thing. But, it speaks volumes because he didn't have to do this. He didn't have to step away. And I know that we're going to get into this discussion, and we'll get into his brain and why he's doing this. But he didn't have to do it. And I know that there was an article that was written. It was like, wait a minute. You got the middays, and now you don't want to do it? No. I think he's doing it for the bigger purpose, and that's the station, which tells you everything you need to know.
Absolutely. So we got Brace and Dunn coming your way on August 17th. Look forward to that. We do actually have sports that happened last night that we can talk about. We'll dive into the announcement more going forward. But Luis Arise, you said Tony Gwynn. I'm not sure I'm going all the way down that path with you, Sean Brace, but for one night, it was beautiful. You couldn't ask for a better debut. And there he is, Johnny Marks. Yeah. What? I'm going to sit in the three chair?
Well, I told you I was going to be here right away. Before you start the What is going on,
We
Ray?
got Connor Thomas here. We figured we'd turn it into a nice promotional moment. Come on in.
Nah, that's right. Get out of the seat. Get out of here. Get back to your booth.
No, I like.
All right, kid.
No, but you knew I was going to be here like now, right?
We thought
I just texted you. I said I'll be there by the beginning of the show. Then there's no friggin' parking.
it's a Tuesday. It's a Wednesday.
Oh, but yeah, no, but every visitor park, it's raining. Every visitor park, I was gonna go in the visitor parking.
I wasn't sure if you're going to get here to the first break. So
No, so you go in there and do the show. You're already taking my seat, Ray. Is that bad enough that I'm have to leave the show because of you? No, seriously, I'm leaving the show because of Ray. That's why. Because Ray's too good.
Ray.
So that's why I decided I had to leave the show. And I'm going to work with Andrew.
Hey, Ray.
I hate when mom and dad fight.
Why is my board not working over here? But that's
It
all
never
right.
does.
No.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up, Sean?
Dude, I'm ready to jump through a wall with the addition of this cat.
Okay, so now people watch him play, and they could be like, wow, that's how he changes the lineup.
There's so many things to get into. How is this guy available for $12 million? What are we doing as a baseball society that this guy, nobody wants this stick? Nobody wants this guy, this multiple hitting championship winner, this guy who has a 350 career average with runners in scoring position. Nobody wanted to give you got Harrison Bader, who's getting drunk on a scooter his second time, who got $20 million. This guy gets $12 million for one season. The hell are we doing, baseball?
Yeah,
What are we doing?
like the analytic nerds will price this guy out because he doesn't hit home runs, and he, like as much as he doesn't strike out, he doesn't walk a lot. But hey, man, listen, I am so happy to have him here. And you know what else he has other than obviously he can just go up there and can hit. I heard walking in you said Tony Gwynn. If you squint, you see a little bit of Tony Gwynn with how he handles the bat. And here's the other thing: how about some freaking personality that he adds to the ball club? He's a lunatic up there during these at bats, and he's got something to him. I'm telling you, guys will get a kick out of that. That helps the whole entire clubhouse dynamic. I mean, could it have been any more boring? Schwarber doing the DJ stuff or what? Oh, awesome! Let's do "Call Me." What's the song we're gonna play again this year? Nah, but you get some different music for something. Like you couldn't have had a better first night.
No.
Out of a rise. It was amazing.
It really was. And Gansey in attendance, throwing out the first pitch, talking about LeBron James, Jaylen Brown.
And Gansey's going to be on the show today. Did you not see this?
No.
Why wasn't he on the text message? Gansey's supposed to be on at an 11 o'clock hour.
We got Gansey coming on the show today. How about that, sports fans?
I got some text early this morning
How
from
about
Scott,
that?
and it's like, and I'm like, and I texted him separately. I'm like, well, who are you talking about coming on the show? And he said, Gansey.
Dude, let's go.
And I'm like,
Let's go. It's our guy.
so
We're the Gansey gang.
maybe towards 11:30, Ray. I think it's the last thing we heard, and it's not confirmed, but it seems like they want him doing media right now, as they should.
Yeah.
He's all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah, he was at the Phillies game last night. He fired a strike in there, had his family.
He was
at
at
Eagles camp.
Eagles camp, correct, too. It's this exciting time right now in this city. It really is. Snap of the fingers. Look, we talked about squinting with this team, and it's really tough to sit there and say they're a championship contender, but you know what they're capable of. The issue is, you got the L.A. Dodgers. But, oh, by the way, the Dodgers are 13-15 since July 1st.
No, I saw this morning. Well, I actually probably saw it like 2 o'clock taking a leak during the middle of the night. But the headline was, Scooble racks up 6 Ks in his Dodgers debut. Oh, they lost, by the way.
Yeah, they lost.
He went 6 innings and gave up 2 runs. He was fine. It wasn't that the Dodgers lose in Scooble's debut. It's Scooble racks up 6 strikeouts in his debut. It's like, you rats. Why are you trying to, they lost the game.
They did. Now they've lost 5 straight, 3 to the Red Sox, and now the Cubs. And again, the issue is that the Phillies haven't played to their best potential when they take on these top teams in baseball across the board. But when you add a piece like a rise to the puzzle, and if he's able to do what he did last night, 2 for 4, come through in the clutch with guys on base in front of him. Now you see why Donnie and the front office wanted to bat him clean up. You can understand the
Yeah, it makes
logic
sense.
there.
And I think, you know what I think they're going to do? Move those guys around depending on who's hot and who's not. Turner looked great last night again.
Great.
They got to get Schwarber going.
Made some plays at short, too.
Yeah, listen, all you dummies out there that wanted to move Trey Turner off of shortstop, all right? All you dummies, Ray. Everybody that wanted to move him to left field, what do you think now? 610-632-0975.
Ozzie Smith out there yesterday.
Middays with Marks. Not for long. Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. 610-632-0975. Right, I didn't even keep the seat warm for you. He just took it.
I kept it warm for you.
That is great. Time's that alarm clock go off today? Just curious.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I was up at 4:45
All right.
without an alarm clock.
Oof.
Oh. My body's an alarm clock.
You're ready.
I'm not telling you I don't set one.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, 4:45 it will not be.
The one time you don't set the alarm, you're like, the kids will get me up. Nope.
They don't.
Yeah.
Everybody sleeps till 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Nope. I'll be setting the alarm, and the alarm will be going off much earlier than I want. But we'll talk. We have plenty of time to talk about it. I guess before Gansey. Gansey apparently sometime in the 11 o'clock hour, Ray.
Seemingly.
What a get.
All right. That's coming up. Did last night make believers of the Phillies skeptical people? Arise looked great. And what did you think of him batting cleanup? The whole vibe down there last night was different. There was an energy. You could feel it from the moment the game started, and he delivered, man. All right, we'll take your phone calls. Remember, same number for everything. Phone call 610-632-0975. That's also the Davis Honda text line where you can send the voice memos. Just make sure you leave your name and location in your text or your voice. Middays of Marks, 97.5.
Right field line. Turner will score. Harper going to third.
Wow.
And arrives to second with a stand-up double.
Yeah.
He's halfway to the cycle.
Can you imagine?
Well, yeah, we can imagine it didn't happen. And now, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to downplay Arise's debut. That was kind of a cheapie. First baseman very easily could have fielded that. We'll take it.
Oh, yeah. We'll take it.
I'll take that win last night. Lazardo looked great. That was an easy one.
Yeah, if we could only play the Nationals every time out, it'd be great. But, again, you got to play who's in front of you. I guess
Nationals have been good unless they've played the Phillies,
that's
by the
true.
way.
That's true. You're right. The thing about Luis Arraez is that we've seen this cat. His whole career has been in the National League. Marlins.
But I'm really not
Padres.
familiar with him at all, right?
I mean,
I know the name.
and you know what he's capable of at the dish, right? You know the average, right? Because that's not something that's fluky. He continues to do it. Now, I'm not one of these guys that want to go too crazy and say Tony Gwynn. I just brought it up because everybody has been bringing up Tony Gwynn, and for my money, Tony Gwynn was the best contact
The
hitter
singles hitter.
in baseball I've ever seen. You just couldn't strike that cat out. Go and look at the numbers, and I have them. We'll get into some of those comparisons. And that's what arises with 21 strikeouts this year. Like, it's just crazy to me, John, and I think this is where the analytical nerds are paid attention to too much when it comes down to things like launch angles and, every other analytical category when it comes to hitting. And all I know is if the Phillies had somebody that was capable of this, and not even to the extent of this cat with 350 career batting average and runners in scoring position, just think about the difference. What has been the issue with this team time and time again come postseason? timely hitting. So you
Yep.
get this one guy up there that can come through in the clutch and give you a 2-for-4 performance. It's a game changer.
Yeah, if you want a ball and play, he's your guy. Like you had said, you're in the ninth inning, runner on second, runner on first. He's up. He's got as good of a chance as anybody because he's going to put the ball in play.
Yep.
He's not going to strike out. And to your point, the analytic nerds, they actually would rather have the strikeout because then you can't ground into a double play. That's real. They ruin baseball. The Ivy League GM type ruined baseball because of this. Analytics are fine. You should use analytics
Absolutely.
in sports. But when it takes away from the game, which it did, the three outcomes of a home run, walk, or a strikeout killed baseball because there's no action within the game. So they've dug themselves out of that a little bit. But I'm telling you, part of the thing with Arise, and I was just Googling to see how many double plays he's grounded into. Yeah, he's 7 all year, so he doesn't ground into a lot of double plays.
Yeah.
Now he's hitting cleanup, so there'll be more people on base.
That too.
But Bohm, how many double plays is Bohm grounded into? So if this guy's getting on in a clip where he's getting on, guess what? You can't have Bohm batting fifth.
Bohm is so predictable.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, the exit velocity, the launch angle, the barrel, the bat speed. Yeah, I guess Luis Ariz doesn't have good bat speed because he doesn't have power numbers. I get that. But how about give me a lineup with a few of those guys mixed in? Guys that could go line to line, that take pitches, that aren't scared to go down 0-2. Honestly, I thought Stott was somewhat of a caliber of player that arises, not in that world, and he's not.
Good approach at the plate, can hit tall fields.
I thought Stott was your prototypical leadoff hitter, and I fought the good fight for 2 years. I lost.
They wanted him to be.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Yep.
But this dude, it's one game, but it was fun last night.
Luis Ariz last year, and San Diego let him leave. 675 plate appearances, 21 strikeouts.
This is ridiculous.
The year before, he had 18 strikeouts. Doesn't walk a lot, but Kyle Schwarber walks a lot, right? Bryce Harper walks a decent amount. Trey Turner, not really all that much. But I don't care about that. This team needs production, guys that can hit, and this guy's an impact bat. And I hope Phillies fans because there were a lot of people down yesterday, and I understood it. But I was very clear. They got the best bat on the market that could change this lineup. And if nothing else, man, he brings real energy in there.
Yeah, and I'm flubbed up. He was in Minnesota to start his career. Somebody pointed out on Twitter. You're right about that. Good call on that. But for the last, 6 seasons, he's been in the National League, whether it's the Marlins, the Padres, the Giants, or the Phillies. That's another point that was brought up. If this guy is so good, why is this now his 5th team? I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it's a clubhouse thing.
I think it's, two things that we do know of, and this is what I was very curious to see because you pay attention to things a lot more when they're in your uniform. First of all, the number one thing was defense. Like, the one thing that was brought up is if this was last year, you were not changing your diamond around like the Phillies just did because he was a below average at fielding second baseman. Apparently, one season, I don't even know how many games he played, but he had 105 games with the San Francisco Giants. Ron Washington worked with him out there, who's really great at what he does.
Yeah.
But now, apparently, he's an above-average second baseman. That's why the Phillies were saying, okay, we'll shuffle our defensive ways to get you involved. So we'll see what happens there. Also, the clogging of the bases. He doesn't have great speed. He looks pretty
whatever. And if he's
decent to me.
If he's hitting fourth, you don't think he's a speedster. So even though there's not power, it doesn't really matter. At that point, your top 3 paid players by far on offense. 1, 2, 3. He's hitting fourth. Those guys got to get on base. There's no excuses for your star players anymore. They're paid to produce, whether it's home runs or to get hits or walks. And if you do that, there's going to be guys on base. He'll drive them. He'll drive them in. He should see bigger RBI numbers coming to Philadelphia.
Sure. Absolutely.
We have Bryce Harper talking about the energy of Luis Ariz. Here it is.
He's that type of player. He's going to bring the emotion. He's going to bring the fire as well. And he plays like that every day. So it's exciting to have him on our side. And we've seen him from afar, obviously being in Miami, San Diego, and also San Fran. He's that type of player, man. He's done it in the AL and NL, and just excited to play alongside him.
Just saying, he may not be here if Bryce didn't put the pressure on the organization and say, hey, remember, I'll move positions.
Hat tip to Bryce.
All you haters out there.
The showman running out to right field.
You know what? I forgot about it. Until he did it last night, I forgot that's what he used to do, and he does the bow to him, and everybody goes crazy. It was so fun to see.
And then the first pitch of the game finds him. The first pitch of the game is a fly ball to right field, tough in the sun, backing up, a little bit of a line drive. Just an incredible, just a great game to sit back and watch and enjoy.
Really fun game.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a rewarding experience yesterday.
It was rewarding. No, and it lived up to it, too. He didn't wait until the 8th inning to get his first hit. People were pumped up. I know he came out where he's wearing number 4. Our buddy Bill from Northeast Philly, from the Bill and Bart crew,
yeah,
he texted me and said, I don't like him wearing Dykstra's number. And I said, F Dykstra. I hate him.
What?
Yeah.
What a take.
But hang on. I did not hate it, but it was like, oh, he's wearing Lenny's number.
Really? Has no one worn 4?
Was Bruntlett 4, Ray?
Bruntlett was 4.
Wow.
Yeah, Bruntlett was 4. I don't know. It's just like,
Yeah, I could see it. I understand it, but
it didn't bother me.
No. I think Ricky said something too as well. I don't know if that was on air or not. We were in studio during the announcement.
Yeah, he said he's wearing Lenny's.
Can we go through the illustrious number 4s of recent Phillies history?
Please.
Yes, I'd love to.
Otto Kemp.
There you
They gave away Otto's number? Oh, no.
Scott Kingery.
dust off that button there.
Oh, boy.
Andres Blanco. Pete Orr.
So
There you
this is a second base utility guy, you suck number.
Dane Sardina.
Yeah, he's a catcher.
That's great.
Eric Bruntlett.
Hey, Bruntlett won a World Series.
Yeah.
David Bell. I forgot David Bell.
Oh, another Philly I did not like.
Yeah. So that's what he's rolling with right now.
He didn't get hurt on a scooter, but
Yeah, how about Harrison Bader? And then they're like, yeah, we're not paying you, clown. They suspended him. People don't know Harrison Bader, former Philly. He was seen drinking. This is at like 1:40 in the morning. He was seen drinking on the strip before, and he ran his scooter in the back of a fire truck.
Yep.
And then the fire truck ran over his foot, and he was doing it. He hasn't played since May because he has a foot issue.
correct.
So he's out riding his scooter drunk.
And oh, by the way, according to the Athletic,
Allegedly.
Allegedly, this is the second time that he's had a scooter accident. He missed 19 games due to a suspension in Florida at college.
I saw that.
I'm thinking it's electric, and I just want to use this opportunity to say I'm anti all the electric scooter, electric bike, all those things. We have to go back to a society where you worked for moving on one of those things, where you have to push
He would
the
not have
scooter.
had a manual scooter.
Yeah.
You're correct.
I'm anti-electric scooter. I'm anti-electric bike. Those things are an accident waiting to happen.
It's an interesting conversation, Ray, because I get uncomfortable to seeing these young kids, especially without helmets on. I don't know how you're a parent and you buy your
Flying
kid a
around?
scooter
No.
and not allow. First of all, those things go, 25, 30 miles per hour.
They get cooking.
You fall and hit your head at 30 miles per hour, you could be
could
done.
die.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So if you're a parent out there and you have your kids riding scooters without a helmet, I don't know what's going on with you. I would never buy my kid a scooter. No way. However, I do want to say this. I went to Baltimore 2 summers ago, and they got this deal where you could literally, it's like Grand Theft Auto. You sign up, boom, there's scooters just laying around everywhere. You just pick one up, ride it, throw it down.
That's it?
That's it. And I kind of dug it.
All right, let's go to Avalon Brian. Avalon Brian makes his return to the show. What's up, AB?
Yo, guys, you know what? I'm happy for both of you, but I'm a little sad because I have been enjoying the show. So, we'll have to listen to some. What are we doing? What are we calling Dunn and Brace? R&B? Like, are we doing?
I think it's Brace and Dunn, like a country band.
Yeah, but we're gonna skip the country vibe, but we are going a little B&D, Brace and Dunn. We kicked it around over the weekend. I appreciate that, AB. Yeah, like we're gonna.
Okay.
R&B is interesting, but Ray he ain't R&B and cat. He doesn't know anything about Jodeci. He doesn't
That's what
know
I'm
anything.
saying. That's why he if you're looking like Brooks and Dunn,
He don't even know anything about that.
Brace and Dunn, yeah, but he knows more about that than Jodeci.
I don't know anything
All
about
right,
either.
well, let's just be careful and not be DBs. All right. Like, that
Yes.
could fall in there too.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
like
good.
that. Very nice work.
Be careful. Listen, called about the Phillies.
Yeah.
And you guys nailed it, right? The analytics thing, right? And it's kind of ruined baseball in a weird way, where we're so worried about on-base percentage. And go back to Little League, like Baseball 101. You got to make contact with the ball to move runners. And we have a whole lineup that doesn't do that, right? And this is what this guy does. He's a contact hitter. He's going to move runners. He's going to gap the ball. He's going to go opposite field. It's a pretty good fit, aside from him being a lefty. Like, that's the only drawback I see. And then you see a lineup last night. Like, I don't think he's going to consistently bat fourth, right? When you have a right-hand started pitcher, you can play with that lineup a little bit more when you have the lefties. I don't know that he's a cleanup hitter, but I think it does kind of reveal their hand what they're going to do moving forward, right? Like, I think Stott's your shortstop, and I think Bohm, he's gone, right? Like, you're
After
not going
this
to
year,
renew him.
no. They're not bringing him.
You're not going to bring him back. You're either going to put Aiden Miller over there at third if he recovers, and put Trey out in the outfield. But, like, you've got to do something different with this lineup. And Bohm is I don't know, man. He's just the ultimate tease.
AB, when you and appreciate it, buddy. When you're looking back at what Dombrowski has done well and hasn't done well, and honestly, the Bader, not re-signing Bader,
fine line,
right? Thank God. Giants gave him 2 years, $20.5 million or something like that. He's betting 170. Or lost his job. He's injured.
Yeah.
Now he's riding in the back of fire trucks and getting his foot run over.
They've been able to save money on that contract now.
Oh, they definitely are. But also Bohm, and I was very aggressive with this. That moving on from Bohm had more to do with just like the production you were getting on the field, which wasn't good enough. It was just time to move on. Like, you weren't going to re-sign him. You didn't want him to perform well enough to where now you're saying, like, all right, do we really want to let him leave? We did draft him, and then you're paying a guy that you don't want. Bohm, like, I didn't want to trade Bohm. I'm not talking about benching Bohm. Part of the reason why the Phillies are where they are and they haven't made it back to another World Series is their young players haven't developed. Bryson Stott, you had mentioned him earlier. I like Stott. Mm-hmm. He hasn't developed into the first-round draft pick and the player a lot of us thought he was going to, and he's been given many, many opportunities. Alec Bohm's the top 5 pick in the first round.
Crazy.
He hasn't developed. Nope. And you look at Brandon Marsh, finally this year in the first half, you saw him take that step, but he's probably more a platoon player than a starting all-star outfielder. So, like, these guys have made it, you're so reliant on your star players to produce all the time because these other guys aren't doing it.
Yeah. And
Castellanos was a flop.
Very true. But it comes down to those players in their primes. You can look at guys like Trey, Bryce, a Schwarber. They're not in their primes. The guys you just mentioned are Stott, Bohm. Like, those are the guys that you got to look at in their primes to be productive, and they haven't done exactly that. Now, Stott, as I said, I will continue to fight the good fight for Bryson Stott. I am a Stott fan. But by no means am I saying he's untouchable. He's had an unbelievable opportunity to really prove himself, and he's failed to do so. But I still think, like, you're not going to have 9 players across the board that are superstars. Stott can find a way to have an impact on this team.
Now, you remember, Ray, when last year, what were fans most mad about? They didn't really change the team. And Thompson had to come out, and it was like he went to bat for the organization, which is, this is not the same core. This is not the same team.
The equipment manager came in and took Matt Strom's jersey out.
And it was annoying, but and what they were trying to prove was, this isn't the same team. What are you guys talking about? This is pretty much the same team.
Yeah.
And it's the same offense that hasn't worked for a couple of years now. Stott's a part of that. But Bohm was the one guy that you could probably move off of because he's not great defensively. Stott's versatile. Stott has a good approach at the plate, right? Like, he sees a lot of pitches. He walks. He's somewhat comfortable. Down in the order, he's actually a better hitter than if you try to force him up the top of the order. So I didn't say you had to trade everybody, but you should have never came back with Bohm this year. You really shouldn't have.
I don't know if you saw what Keith Law wrote about Alec Bohm the other
him.
day. Yeah, absolutely eviscerated him, which to me is kind of the value for Alec Bohm for the 29 other clubs in baseball. You look around at the Phillies and it's like, yeah, if we take him out of the lineup, is it Sosa? Like, is it? And, like, that's obviously in season. We were talking, people talking about trading him before the season, or before the trade deadline. Last offseason, you could have looked to move off them, but I think the Phillies' mind, and this might be the poison in their mind the last couple of years with Bohm, is we want something of value for him instead of we just want to get off. Like, they were ready to get off that $10 million.
They overvalued him.
Very much so. Because they think it's the Bohm tease. We talked the Embiid tease with the Sixers.
Well, that's a real tease.
But no, the Bohm tease for them's there. He's 6'5". We drafted this guy high. You know, he's been our third baseman for a long time. They've been teased by the idea that they might get more out of Bohm every year.
I've been teased a little bit by Bohm. I won't lie about that. However, I have to read that. What he just said, allow me, just give me 2 seconds
Read
on
it,
this.
yeah.
Keith Law wrote this. This was August 3rd before the trade deadline, I believe. If that's correct, right? Monday morning, I think I read this. He said the most obvious solution for ESPN.com would be to slide Bryson Stott to third base. Not ideal for midseason. Install Arise at second with Alec Boehm, who can neither hit nor field at this point, going to the bench or beyond, rather than moving him to first base and Bryce Harper to right field, as the initial reports suggest. I don't know whether Boehm even has trade value at this point with a $10.2 million salary and production below replacement level. And because he's a free agent after the season anyway, the Phillies, with no incentive at all to keep playing him, quotations. Also, today's Boehm's 30th birthday, so happy birthday. Have you considered celebrating in the Lehigh Valley? Ew. Give me the Undertaker.
And he's 30. He's not even you can't even do the 25 or 26. No, it's over. It's over. What they should have done, we had somebody say it yesterday, was trade Boehm, get what you can for him. You're moving that $10 million. You could have signed a rise. He could have played second base. You have Stott over a third, and now you're not doing this right now. But now you have to move around everybody to get this done.
Yeah, and I guess that was after the trade took place, so my fault. Monday, though, he wrote that on Alec Boehm's birthday.
But they also, I mean, like, I don't know. I didn't want to bring Boehm back, but it didn't seem like the Phillies – during this entire process, they've overvalued Boehm. Remember, they went to Seattle. Seattle had a couple of young starting pitchers that were good, and they were like, "Oh, well, how about Alec Boehm for this great starting pitcher?" And they're like, "Man, what are you talking about, Dombrowski?"
He started the All-Star game.
Yeah,
Forget the fact that we
that's
benched
right.
him in the playoffs.
It was after that. Was it Logan Gilbert? There were a couple of pitchers up there in Seattle that apparently they were asking for, and they laughed at Dave. They laughed at him. They probably said, "Yeah, Dave turned it into a real geezer here. What is he doing?" All right? So
we have a good club.
He's made a lot of mistakes, and this is one of them with Alec Boehm. All right? But anyway, I thought we're supposed to be happy about the Phillies. What are we doing?
Well, it's funny
because Boehm's going to play first base the rest of the year.
And he had a sac fly last night, and he comes to the dugout, and everyone's high-fiving. And he I try to put myself a little bit in those shoes, right? Not as a professional athlete, but a guy that's on a team. And you want to pull for the guy, but – man, it's so predictable. He comes up and he grounds into double play after double play after double play. He had a little bit of a stretch in June where he was able to get the ball in play and get some runners across the dish. But he's just brutal.
He hasn't at the plate. He went through a nice stretch. Whatever. He's going to be on the team, and they're not going to re-sign him, and then he's gone. He's going to be on the team.
That's my point. It's like, I don't want to kill the guy because he's going to be on the team.
I don't want to he gives me no reason to kill him. He's never he's been a pain in the ass. I know there's been some guys in the clubhouse that think he's a big baby. In the past and stuff.
There was an unbelievable tweet last night, and I just cracked up at laughing because I got to give this credit, and it has to do with everything with Boehm, and it was quote. This is from Schwarber Muse. He said, "When am I allowed to start rooting for Boehm's parents?" Good grief.
Schwarber Muse?
Yes. Nice tweet.
Arise after the game. Good ovation. He's in San Francisco. That's a bad team. And you may think San Francisco, it's California. It's not a Southern California vibe. Those fans are mean. Those San Francisco 49ers fans are violent.
Oh, yeah.
Don't mess around. So the Giants fans are legit, and that has not been a good team. It's not a good year. It's not a good manager. Here's Arise talking about everything.
I was excited. I was happy, especially when the fan gave me the ovation. That was beautiful. I was happy, and then thanks to the fans to give me that energy too.
I want to pinch his cheeks, don't you? Ray? You know what I mean? Like with Chooch, when Chooch used to, I'm so happy, man. I just used to want to pinch his cheeks. Like, Chooch, you're awesome, man. You're the best.
I just noticed the Rise seemed a lot more excited than he was at the Philadelphia airport. Yeah. That's all I got out of that one.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think Pat Gallen's going to join us at 1 o'clock today.
Nice.
CBS 3 sports reporter. And I got to ask him, why isn't he invading the airport? I need to know the inside. Does Clark let it be known, don't invade on my turf?
Ooh.
All right, Pat's going to join us, I think, at 1 o'clock. And you know what time Mike Ganzi's joining us, Ray? 11:30. That's confirmed?
That is confirmed.
Sixers president of basketball operations and rock star, Mike Ganzi.
At 6'9" from St. Vincent, St. Mary's.
Oh, I can't
number
wait.
23, LeBron.
I can't wait.
James. Braves.
It was really good last night. I thought Kruk brought like a different vibe to it where he was like, all right, how the hell did you get this done? You know, like just
very John Kruk.
Yeah, right to the point.
And Kruk's a huge basketball fan.
He knows him from West Virginia too.
Yeah,
So
it was really good.
Yeah.
No, Gansey, I think you could put Gansey anywhere and he would charm people and come off as being very likable and intelligent because he is.
Yes, he is.
He's got a beautiful family. He had his 4 kids and his wife there last night.
All blondes.
Yes.
All blondies.
Yeah, all blondes.
Yeah.
Well, he has beautiful hair, Gansey.
He does have good hair.
Not like Ray. Ray agreed to put gel in his hair after the news at noon yesterday, but we forgot about it.
Yeah, we forgot about it.
So I told, especially now that it's been announced he's a big star, you can't come in here with fluffy hair. You have to style it.
Well,
Not styling.
when did that happen yesterday? After
That happened Monday.
On Monday, I don't know how we got on, and I said, why don't you put a little product in there?
I did notice that something was different today.
Ray, did you put product in your hair?
No.
Oh,
No, we had no. We're
poured
going to do it.
outside.
Oh,
We're going to do it on the air.
gotcha.
Gansey 1130, 610-632-0975. Your phone calls. We have some voice memos on the Davis Honda text line we're going to get to. Does this have you feeling differently as a Phillies fan? Are you still, I was happy to say, I know you guys. I knew you were going to come in here today and you're going to be pumped up.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun last night.
Oh, the season is saved. Is that over the top? A little bit.
What about the Sixers? That's why we need it on the board. Your team, your town. After last night, it feels like it was saved.
Just feels like
This dude brings a different tool.
something different. Yep, absolutely.
All right, we got it covered up next. Also, the people that are clamoring for a rise, we got voice memos and somebody wants a long-term deal for a rise already. There we go. Sign them long-term. Middays and Marks, 97.5.
Guts.
back. Middays with Marks. On the next segment, top of the hour, we'll talk about, if you didn't hear a big announcement yesterday on the station, Ray's been promoted to host of the Midday Show. I've been demoted. They're going to make me get up early now.
That is true.
I felt like if I didn't move, I would just be fired and Ray would be the host. Because, it's all about Ray.
Hey, Ray.
I'm glad this is the way we're framing this.
Yep.
We'll break it down at 11. Sean knows.
Yeah, there's going to be some fun banter between the two shows. I can already feel it.
Yeah. Ray.
The boys were upset, though. Bill and Ricky were like, well, I guess I'll never see John again.
Nope. Yeah, well, Ricky might. Ricky gets here early sometime. Now, Bill's here sometimes at 11. One day a week, I'll definitely see him.
To see you, Bill, get here at 9:30.
Oh, that's a good call, Ray. Nice work on that one.
When you're not here, the Midday Show doesn't see him. Yeah. There's one person he wants to see.
Yeah. Oh.
Bill loves him some Johnny Marks. You're right.
Oh yeah, no, and so we're united, right? As Duts, all right. Negative Nate, I was looking at Negative Nate out there, and I'm like, all right, Negative Nate, what do you got going?
Negative Nate. Yeah, there's going to be some uncomfortable conversations because I was wondering who's getting who's staying where.
So 11 o'clock. We talk about 11 o'clock. Fair?
Custody battle for everything?
Yes.
Well, I lost the custody battle of Herb. So far in divorces, it hasn't worked out well for me.
Just stop there.
Yeah, I said you can keep them. You can keep them. I'm tired of dealing with them.
Good God. Yeah, good, because he ain't sitting on my lap, bro. I'll tell you right now.
No. So texter, there's a texter. So David's on a text line. We have voice memos. We have text. But you said that there's somebody standing up for Bohm.
Yes. Do people realize Bohm has one less RBI than Schwarber? Everyone all excited about Arise hitting singles and doubles. Why was it not okay for Bohm? Is Bohm perfect? No, but the amount of hate he gets is absolutely asinine. He hits some double plays, but he's got like 100 less strikeouts than Schwarber. Down year for average this year, but why is he treated like the worst player on the team? Trevor and Perkins.
I'll give him, Trevor, I'll give you a half a nod there, a half a point. I don't think he's a terrible player. I don't want him on the team anymore after this year.
I think he's better than what he shows. He's 227. Come on, man. I'll give you the nod too, but come on.
His approach at the plate is pretty good. It's just like you had just said, he's batting 227. Say one about Schwarber, he hits home runs. So did they have as many? Does he have as many RBIs? What you know? What Bohm's just start Bohm went on that run with RBIs. When was that? Right?
June.
That was June. He had a really good June. He had a really bad start to the season. And if maybe there would have been a replacement, he might have lost his job, but there really wasn't. They stuck with him. Like I had said, Bohm's going to be here. I'm not arguing Bohm not being here. So let's go. I don't want to kill him. I don't want to rip him. I want this team to do well.
Yeah, I could also tell you that he's improved with his gloves slightly at third.
He's adequate. Yeah.
He's got 13 bombs this year. If he gives you 20, I just want more. I'm being greedy with Bohm. I'll tell you straight up. He plays third base in the major bleeping leagues. Give me more.
His power numbers actually have been decent this year, right? Doesn't he have 12 home runs?
13.
13 home runs. So he's
61.
on pace. He's on pace to hit, 17 or 18, 19? Yeah, which isn't great.
No, that's my point. You're playing third base. Aren't you supposed to be a power hitter?
He's not. No, he's not. I mean, that's the problem. The power never developed. All right, Ray. We also have before we play the voice memo, you said that somebody wants to give Arise a long-term deal.
Yes, Lance in Lancaster. The Phillies, depending on the season ends, should sign Arise to a long-term contract that no one else will be willing to give him and let Bohm walk to move Stott to third. Arise could give so much personality and provide so much value in terms of getting on base, the way Billy Beane should have intended it when he created Moneyball. This club already looks so much better than how Dombrowski initially built it.
Let's go. Absolutely. Bohm the shortstop would be nice. But Bohm the third base, Arise at second base, absolutely. If he comes in here and he kills it, it's all about the market. He got a one-year contract this year. It was a decent amount of money for 1 year, $12 million. It was a one-year contract, right? So what does that mean? Does he get two for – I can't imagine he's going to have that much more value. He's been doing this for years.
Correct. And I think one thing I did read was that that was part of the equation. That's why that the Phillies are so aggressive, shuffling everybody around and giving Arise the opportunity to play second base because the thought is they will keep him here. Why not? Yeah, why not?
All right, let's go to the Davis out of text line. We have a voice memo. Go ahead.
You, Zach from the Northeast. I remember, I think it was 2019 or 2020, we went for a buddy's bachelor party down in Austin. And I remember it was like the last night, rode on one, everyone else was wiping out of, 4 miles in. I remember getting on the airplane afterwards. My knees were killing me. That's what she said. And this Arise, man, there's no way we're going to re-sign him. There's, legit saying he's just a rental. This guy's got charisma. He's got pop. I need him. I love that little pump he gave. He sniffed his bat on a foul tip.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Hands on the hips. He did that little freeze move he does and takes a ball. Love this dude.
Oh, yeah, he's intense.
All right. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks, man. Yeah, he's intense.
He's something up there.
Yeah. He stepped up. They were talking about Kruk was like, do you see that? You think he knew a slider or a changeup was coming? Like, this dude, he's in the pitcher's heads. And it's just crazy because, not even 24 hours ago, he's being chased down by Skaversky and Clark at the airport and autograph seekers. This guy's in a lineup. He's got to work on his little handshake. And, of course, I don't know if he's going to be the DJ. What was this, the nameplate, or was he just grabbing?
He was not grabbing boobs. I saw somebody complain that no, I believe he's doing the jersey.
Phillies.
Like, I'm a Philly.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a Philly. Let's go.
I like it. But, are we still DJ? Is he DJ Arise?
I don't know.
I like the name.
DJ thing also, Adolis was supposed to be a big part of that. And, Adolis has been gone now for...
Doesn't it feel like it's lost? They need a squirrel or something running around out there. We need something else than just the DJ thing.
Well, how about a fan group?
Arise, the Arise Surprise.
Ooh.
I don't know what you do with it.
Yeah.
I could totally see Ray in a fan group.
Dr. Avidan Appella's Arisers?
There you go. Blue Chew. Yeah, well, we'll go with your guy. Yeah, because Blue Chew hasn't rocked with me in a little while. Yeah. Like
Whoever wants to sponsor it, I'm more than happy to
I
go.
think All Rise, a playoff of Judge.
But to your point, and it's definitely something I want to talk about with Gansey. Think about Gansey. He's in Cleveland, right? And I'm sure people recognized him. He was he wasn't running things, but I guess he was the GM, so he was number 2 in charge. And he goes, I'm sure if you went out somewhere, people would be like, hey, that's the Cavs GM. So now he comes to Philly, and he trades for Jaylen Brown, and he signs LeBron James. Anywhere this dude goes, you know what they're yelling at him. Hey, Gansey, let's go. He's at Eagles practice yesterday. He throws out the first pitch. He's on the TV broadcast. Going from obscurity with the Cavs to now signing LeBron James and trading for Jaylen Brown and creating a dream team of sports that's going to try to win a championship over the next 2 years. This dude went from being to now he's the rock star in town.
He really is. He really is. And well-spoken and, just a great communicator, being out there. And, look, there's something to be said about being available. Any of these new coaches / GMs or anybody in front offices across all these teams can go to Eagles practice, can go to a Phillies game, throw out a first pitch. The door's always open, and vice versa for the Sixers. They would do it for any other organization, but it's another to do it. You know that when you got a family.
Well, Gansey redeemed himself. What happened at the first Phillies game?
Yeah, Luzardo, and they replayed it for him yesterday. They replayed it for him. Damn, got him. But he handles that kind of stuff well. He didn't take himself too seriously. Yeah, and then Kruk goes all full confidence on us with the rise at the dish and goes, well, you should move the runners because this guy isn't going to strike out. Yeah, I get it, 21 times this year, but I'm like, wait a minute, that's something similar to the no-hitter.
Right, he just jinxed him.
Yeah, but he hit a double, so nice work by Kruk there.
All right, coming up, we'll talk about it. The announcement yesterday, we have changes here at 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm moving the mornings. Ray and Sean are going to team up. We'll talk all about it coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's talk about, call me a weirdo, but whenever I go on vacation to the Jersey Shore, I always look in the house to see if they have a Bradford White water heater. True story. So I want to know, what am I getting? Am I getting hot water? Am I not going to have to worry about it? Because I never, ever worry about it at home. And think about it. I got 3 daughters. I have a wife. They all take showers. The laundry machine is running all of the time. Washing machines are running all the time. Dishwasher, water. I use so much water, and I never once worry about getting all the hot water that I need. And that's Bradford White water heaters. My family stays comfortable and content all year long. They're super reliable. You get top performance year after year. And that's what we want around here. That's what we want with our sports teams. We want performance. Bradford White brings it to you. And they're manufactured right here in America using the finest raw materials and components from around the world. So if your current water heater isn't getting the job done, don't put up with it. Ask your plumbing pro about Bradford White water heaters, including their Infinity tankless and Aerotherm hybrid heat pump models. Visit BradfordWhite.com to learn more and to find a pro near you. Bradford White, built to be the best.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Rise arrives. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies with a 5-0 win over the Nationals last night. Luis Arraez's first game as a Philadelphia Philly. 2 for 4, 2 RBIs in the win. Afterwards, talking about the ovation he got when he stepped to the plate.
I was excited. I was happy, especially when the fan gave me the ovation. That was beautiful. I was happy, and then thanks to the fans to give me that energy too.
Jesus Luzardo, 8 innings pitched, did not allow a run, struck out 7 in the win for the Phils. Third game against the Nationals tonight. Andrew Painter gets the start for the Phillies. Eagles training camp day 6 continues on today. Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon both out with hamstring strains again today. No Lane Johnson as his absence continues. Landon Dickerson also resting today. We're going to talk to Sixers President of Basketball Operations Mike Gansey coming up at 11:30. Stay tuned for that. Throughout the first pitch last night, the Phillies game obviously has the offseason of his life this summer. This update brought to you by Verizon Business. Verizon Business experts love small business, so they come directly to you on your schedule with real expertise tailored to your needs. Make an appointment with a Verizon Business expert. Go to Verizon.com/book today. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Middays with Marks. Bills win. They turn it around nicely here in Luisa Rise. How you doing? Yep. This is one of these players that can change the entire team. Now everybody's fun again. Everybody's having fun. We'll see.
We give Dombrowski hell at the trade deadline, but man, he's pulling a lot of the right strings when it comes down to it.
We have a good club.
Derek Hill, Bader last year. Like, am I allowed to say that about Bader? He played well.
He played great before he got hurt.
They didn't. Yeah, you're right. They didn't get the job done.
And the debut last night,
Killian.
he came in the ninth inning at 2 strikeouts. Yes.
He pitched well in the ninth inning.
He did.
Which is a big
up
deal.
Up 5-0.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Up 5-0. But like, he was better than what they had there. And if he ends up being their 8th inning guy, great. If he doesn't, he's better than a Lazar or somebody like that.
Also,
Max Lazar
right.
Astray.
you're talking about no El Presidentes being cracked for being pulled in the ninth inning due to a defensive replacement.
Right. So, well, was that a defensive replacement or was that we're up 5-0? Let's get him out of the game. Go take a rest, Bryce. We're not replacing you defensively.
Feels like take a rest.
Are they taking Bryce Harper out in a 3-2 game, bottom 9?
Hell no.
I can't imagine they would.
Hell no.
If Don Mangley's a real baseball guy, you move him to first base before you take him out.
So that's the big thing for me. The defensive replacement is not for Bryce Harper. It's just not playing Harper and right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
you do not
just move
take
him to
that.
first.
You do not take that stick out of the lineup. A one-run ball game.
No, they did it one time to Castellanos, and he threatened Rob Thompson and was drinking beers in the clubhouse.
It got me drinking Presidentes, and I got to say that's a win for all of us involved.
It is. Apparently, he said something really horrific to Rob Thompson. Anyway.
Forgot about that.
All right, so we'll get back to the Phillies stuff. But yesterday it was announced at 3 o'clock. I was live on Zoom from the Sheets in Limerick. I had not only did I not have gas, I was afraid I was going to run out of gas. So I parked. Sheets was the closest gas station. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, you traitor! You went to Sheets." Listen, man, I needed gas, so I parked at a pump, and then I did the hit from a pump. So I was live at the Sheets in Limerick, but it was announced, the new morning show, John Marks and Andrew Salciunas. Marks and Salciunas on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, let me give you a little of this. Come on, let's go. Here we go. There you go.
And then afterwards, it was revealed that Ray Dunn would slide from the producer booth in the mice. He tried to do it already today.
Yeah. I told him not to. I was like, I don't know if you should do that, Ray. And he was like, wait a minute. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, Ray.
We had Connor here.
Hey, Ray.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So Ray becomes the host along with Sean. It'll be is it the Brace and Dunn show?
That is correct.
Is it at Lincoln Financial Field with a bunch of drunk chicks and cowboy boots?
Hell yeah.
That sounds great to me.
We're not going to do.
Like.
We're not going to do the country twang. We're going to remove that. Maybe have some fun with like a segment, But regardless, dude, stoked. And I mean, I said it last night on social media, and I'll just say it right now. I can't thank you enough, John, for believing me. I'm getting choked up just saying this. No, seriously. Thank you very much for opening the door and getting me back in this place, because if it wasn't for you, that would not have happened. Thank you to Scott. Thank you to Paul Blake. That's across the board. But I also want to say this. Like, yeah, I'm excited, and that should be top-notch. But, man, like, we got something cool right now, and we've been able to build it. You started in October. I joined you full-time in March. And, damn it, it ain't easy to do this. And so, like, us three have a really good show. Like, I know it. I can feel it. I know what a good show is. We've been in this industry a long damn time. And people will tell you when you suck. All right? And we don't get a lot of that. We do get it from time to time, but we do a good show. And, so that stings a little bit. I'll just say it like that. But business is business, and I'm excited about the opportunity, and I'm really fired up that you're going to set the tone for the whole station across the board, man. I mean that.
Yeah, and Ray, I would assume that with your flavor and your personality, but the show's kind of already been established what it is. You have a great personality. You know exactly what you're doing. And like as the three of us kind of figured out, like, this is the show, I'm sure there'll be some different things that you do and whatever, and you guys will make it your own. But if you enjoy the show right now, you're going to continue to enjoy the show. Connor's going to join you. He's going to be the producer. I love Connor. I think he's going to balance you guys very well. So I'm excited for you. And just from going on what you said, Sean, when Scott asked me, when he approached me, and this wasn't right after it was announced that John was going, I I didn't really know what to think. You get offered mornings to work with Andrew, who I've known Andrew for a long time, and I love him. I think he's great. But it's also, okay, I know, like you had said, we worked together a long time before. Mm-hmm. We did a great show before. And Ray, we haven't even worked together for a year, but I feel like in 10 months that we've worked together, whatever it is, you'd think we worked together for 5 years. I mean, really, the chemistry's great between all three of us. And I think after 10 months, and Sean, you joined us full-time in March, that there becomes a point where the audience says, I got it. I know what these guys are doing. I understand the show. And then you start to get into it. That's growing a show and building a show. And I've been a part of a lot of shows over the years. It's not easy to build a show. Mm-mm. And sometimes it doesn't work, right? Like, depending on who you're working with. And since March, I feel like we have really come not only a long way, like you had said, it's the best radio show in the city. This right here. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. When I come back from break, I don't say Middays with Marks. I say John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn because that's the show. And I've always felt like each component to a show is equally important, right? So Ray helps make the show. Sean, you helped make the show. We all work together so well.
I agree.
So faced with, man, I'd be leaving a really, really good show. It was not an easy decision. And it was not an easy decision at all. I felt like it was what's best for the station, and it was what's best for you two guys as well, because you guys will put on a great show, and I know you're going to pick up right where I leave off next Friday when I sign off, and Ray, you take over. But it was not an easy decision, and not one I took lightly either. You know, I saw in Crossing Broad wrote something up on it, and I'm not really happy with what Kevin wrote, but he's entitled to his opinion.
Sure.
And he's a media critic. But at the end, he talked about how, like, oh, I left WIP because of my family stuff. And it's like, this doesn't really affect anything but my sleep. It doesn't really affect my family. My wife will have the kids in the morning, but for the most part, she takes the kids to school every day anyway, except in a pinch.
Yeah, not to put words in your mouth, but it's a whole different world. You brought up the fact of games, and you're getting to these games at the end. They don't play games midday, right?
This doesn't do anything to my family. Honestly, the midday schedule really worked with my schedule. It was great, and I really enjoyed it. But being this wasn't the first time they've offered me mornings in the last few years, and I said no last time, to say no again, that would have been it. Because then they're not going to keep asking. And working with Andrew is very exciting. And so I said yes. And I said yes knowing that I was going to be leaving one of the better shows that I've worked on.
What'd they say when you brought up, hey, why don't we move the show to the mornings?
I got, hey, Ray.
Is that what you got?
Hey, Ray.
Hey, we were an open book here, baby.
Andrew was designated as the morning show host as John was leaving, and there was never really a conversation about any of that. It was, do you want to work? Do you want to join Andrew in the mornings?
Copy that.
So, and I said yes.
Let's rock and roll.
So that's where we are.
No, look.
So now, unfortunately, Calarulo and Ricky still have a show on the station, so we still have some work to get those guys out of here.
I just got to give a real, like I said earlier, just a huge shout out. Of course, Connor and Andrew. John now moving on. They texted me last night. They got to return that text. A lot of words of encouragement across the board from everybody. Thank you. But those guys did a great job in the morning, so I know that you sliding in there, it's just going to elevate so much more. I just know what you're capable of and what you're going to bring. So I'm really excited about that. And I know darn well that some of the things that you talk about in the morning will carry over into the middays, will carry over into Bill's show with Ricky. And shout out to Bill, because I'll tell you, man, that dude's got it. Him and Ricky both have it. They got the attitude. They got the want. They got the talent, the show. Like, dude, when the Phillies,
they're moving.
Yeah, when the Phillies are playing, there's only one person I want to hear from. It's Ricky. That's it. And, we have that here. So we got a lot of great things, and this is going to happen really quick. As you said, next Friday, last show. But, damn, man, I'm really excited about the opportunity and can't wait.
And, Ray, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do we say well-earned? He hadn't been doing it all that long.
When did you start here, Ray?
I'll be 4 years on Saturday. Yeah.
That moved quick for you.
It did move very quick.
It moves quick for talented people like Ray.
Yes, it does.
So, well-deserved.
How about that?
And by the way, we're looking for a morning show producer.
I heard.
I put it on social media. Connor's moving to you guys. So we're looking for, it's a full-time position. You're not going to be able to retire on the salary, but it's a full-time position working with me and Andrew. And the last two producers that I've worked with, Ray Dunn and Jack Fritz, have done pretty well for themselves in this business. That's all I'm saying. So, like, believe me, if whoever's going to get this job is going to get this job. And it's an unbelievable opportunity. So
major.
The job hasn't been posted yet. I put out a video on my social media, John Marks Media, JONMARKS Media. Check it out. DM me, send me emails or whatever else. But again, sorry, Ray. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate you for the last 10 months of working together. Like you said, it feels like the chemistry's been there beyond that. You've helped me grow tremendously as both the personality and also what it takes day in and day out to do a show. I have one goal for Brace and Dunn, and that's that we get to a calendar year because I have been producing Middays for a while, and we made the joke when you started that I've been a bit of a coach killer. Maybe I get a full calendar year in a program at some point in my radio career. That
I think
would be
you're
nice.
good. Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, no, I'm really excited. And, working alongside Sean and since Sean's brought on, the dynamic you bring every single day is just fantastic. I'm excited to get to bounce back and forth with you. And Connor, he and I have been here for a couple of years.
Connor's going to be really interesting with you guys.
Yeah.
Because I always, Connor and I are baseball guys, So like auto chem, we were on this auto chem,
right?
And that didn't work out necessarily. But I really like Connor, so I think it's going to be a really, really good show.
Oh yeah,
looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
I don't think we're going to be recreating the wheel by no means.
No.
Like we got ourselves a pretty good start with what you've been able to create since October. So we're excited about that. There's no doubt about it.
All right, Mike Ganzi's going to join us at 11:30. The rock star of the Philadelphia 76ers, the president of basketball ops. Now, who gets custody of him?
It
The
feels
whole
like
station?
You. It feels like you in that one.
The Ganzi gang.
I feel like Morning Drive probably gets custody of the president of basketball operations.
Sean and I were kind of talking about this during the break, where like Daryl Morey, he did some media, and you know who he liked to go on? Rich Eisen. He liked to go on the national shows because he's so smart, so that he can go on there and he can do the national shows. And not that Ganzi can't do that because he will and he does that. But Morey, when he came on a local, it just sounded like I had Daryl on, and like he was good enough, he was nice enough, but you got to have the want and you got to have the natural ability to go out and lead front facing to the public, and that's Ganzi and that's Bob Myers. Ganzi's the front man, and he should be right now. So the Sixers are putting him out there. Yesterday he went to Eagles training camp. He was at the Phillies game throwing out the first pitch, and then he goes in the booth, and he was the natural. He's going to join us today at 11:30. So, like, this is the guy we're going to be hearing from for many, many years to come. And it's really cool that it's a guy that it's pretty much everything you're looking for from an executive that's running one of your sports teams. And he got LeBron James on top of it, man.
Got LeBron James, has a pretty good fastball. I'm curious what his views are on skydiving, though. Just wondering.
Yeah, so what's up with that? You can ask that question.
I like, and we were just talking about Harrison Bader. Like, hey, feet on the ground, Jalen. We got a season coming up, all right?
Well, he talked about he wants to go skydiving when they win a championship.
No.
All right, win a championship, then do it.
Yeah, all right. We can make that happen.
He's okay, though, right? He did land?
Yeah, he landed, and, like we talked about yesterday with the tandem. Like, it's just, I don't know. I hate heights. I'm not a skydiver, so that's all.
Oh, but that's your question for Ganzi.
There you go.
One of your questions for Ganzi.
Who's signing up to skydive with Embiid? Like, what instructor's like, I want to go skydive
You'd have to have
with
two.
the 7'2" guy?
That's hysterical.
No, and by the way, you don't want Embiid skydiving. He does not have good luck when it comes to injuries.
No.
Don't
Jaylen
put him
Brown
in a
should
plane.
Be skydiving.
I mean,
I'll say it.
These past few months, I feel like we've seen crazy things happen with skydiving. People that were going into stadiums with the flags attached to them. There was one guy in college football that got caught in the scoreboard. Another guy went into an easy up. Like, I've seen a lot of these things happen. And, you're coming down, and you're going at a credible rate of speed, and now all of a sudden your feet are hitting the ground. I never did it before, but there's just too many things that can happen. Like, no, let's keep our feet on the ground, people. Come on.
All right, well, Ganzi now, we're getting word 11:45.
Okay.
But he's going to join us coming up here.
Love it.
Another thing that I hate, we created the whole news at noon thing. When I started, you had that dumb news at noon Walter Cronkite thing, which was fine. But then you see what we did. We evolved the segment to where we have 10, 15, 20 opens, which will continue to evolve.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So now, like, you get custody of that because I can't do it. It's at noon. So now I need to come up with.
You get Mike Ganzi. We get Petrilli trying to be AC/DC. Got it.
That's it,
All
yeah.
That's
Now, is it news
Can I
at
consult my lawyer?
Is it news at noon with Connor Thomas, or is it news at noon with Ray Dunn still?
I feel like it's got to go to Connor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to go to Connor.
That's his segment.
The News at Noon with Connor Thomas.
Ray Dunn is a little bit easier because of the two syllables, one for each word.
I'm going to see
Connor Thomas.
I'm going to CT him because I'm a big guy that does that.
CT?
I like the CT.
CT.
All right.
Well, you guys go BP with Petrilli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Millie Petrilli.
I like Millie Petrilli is awesome.
Back-to-back months, over 1 million engagement.
Millie Petrilli?
Yeah.
On what? Club Hertz or his own stuff?
His own stuff.
He's a social media star.
Yeah.
While we're doing the custody breakup here, John Kruk wants to know who gets Yacht Rock Friday.
You guys. It was my idea, but if
Right, well, that's what I mean.
it's a midday vibe.
I like that.
Okay. All right.
And that should only be summer.
Yeah. That's because you can't
That's
mess around.
winding down.
With Football Friday. We're a bunch of football guys.
Yeah, you're Football Guy Friday.
Yacht Rock Fridays and Petrilli's singing. All right.
Mad Mike, you can have custody of.
No, we actually were going to be cool on that one. You get Mad Mike.
You're good on that.
Nobody wants custody of him. He's just there.
You get the mics, Gansey and Mad.
There you go. Yeah.
I would take Mad Mike. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Well, Gansey at some point coming up here, so we'll have to kind of mess with our break schedule a little bit here, Raymond. But I mean, what the 76ers have done, and what, like, if you think about this, I was actually talking to somebody in the media this morning on my drive-in, and is he said, I want you to think about this, right? Everybody's so focused on the Eagles, and for good reason. The NFL's king, the Eagles are king, and everything else. He's like, but you guys have an opportunity as a station, while those guys feel like they have to always talk about the Eagles, we can embrace the Flyers and the Sixers. And if you look at what some other outlets are doing, some digital outlets are doing, their Flyers and Sixers coverage is outperforming anything they're doing with the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
And not that their Eagles stuff isn't good, but there's an appetite for the content. And with LeBron James and Jaylen Brown being here now, and with Gansey, and with really they're one of the favorites to go to the NBA Finals. This is a huge story, and the Sixers. I can't say it enough. Daryl Morey and Elton Brand embracing after they beat the Celtics because they're like, oh my God, we saved our jobs, to where we are right now. LeBron James on a 2-year contract, Jaylen Brown trade. I mean, you can't even talk about it. Jaylen Brown was talking about this on his stream. The economic impact that LeBron's going to bring the city, because there's so many people that are watching and focused and viewing and coming into town. We're gonna have an ESPN reporter trailing LeBron that's going to have to be based somewhere around Philadelphia this season.
Oh yeah. You think about everything he's done to build up this team and the depth, which is a key word to make moves come playoff time, and to add a really good stud rookie and Phylon. Of course, his guy Wade Simons was an unbelievable pickup who did a podcast with Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter. Was fantastic.
Yeah, I saw that.
This guy's a walking bucket. He can go out there and fill it up. He's a starter out there in Portland. Now all of a sudden he's like, man, I'll do whatever it takes. That's the difference when it comes to playing with guys like LeBron James. And Gansey said that last night on a broadcast, which I thought was really cool. Again, I thought it was really just a great job across the board.
We'll play some of Gansey coming up.
Well, he said, we all have to meet LeBron. LeBron's already at that championship level. That's the mentality that he brings. Gansey looked at himself in the mirror and said, I got to get there. Jalen's got to get there. Joel Embiid's got to get there. Everybody's got to get to LeBron's level, and it's the truth. He kept on saying that the impact that he's going to have on these young players mentally, and what it takes to play with LeBron day in and day out. So
they're going to teach him.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's like Ray said about me. I'm not calling myself LeBron, obviously, but it's like Ray just said about me. The preparation for what you do that you need to do for this show. I mean, really, like, that's what it is. I've been doing this for 20 years, so I know. If you're going to be successful, you got to prepare. And,
hey, Ray.
And, like, that's what was Sirianni talking about? You had mocked him. Sirianni was talking about effort. You don't have to pay for effort. You don't have to pay for effort.
No.
Showing up on time. Like Joel Embiid, put in effort. Care more. And LeBron gets that out of everybody. All right?
Damn right.
If you want to call me the GOAT, Ray.
That's it.
You think LeBron's the GOAT? Is LeBron the GOAT now that he's in Philly?
LeBron was the GOAT before that.
Yeah, that's right.
I just
you
agree with me. You know, I'm telling you right now, this dude's like 14 going on.
I know he is.
Yeah.
He's ours now, though.
I know.
But hasn't it always been? I never hated LeBron. I kind of rolled my eyes at some of his stuff because he is corny, but he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a great dude. You know, and people have been trying to dig stuff up on him for 24, 25 years now, and that's
Nothing.
married to his high school sweetheart, good family, great family man, all that. But he posted so many things yesterday. First of all, he used Coldplay Yellow as a song. So he retweeted this on Instagram, and it said, quote, someone asked me, what's your favorite place? I replied, I don't have a favorite place. I have my favorite people. Whenever I'm with my favorite people, that place becomes my favorite place.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's ridiculous.
All right, coming up, we have Gansey talking about the recruiting process of LeBron on the broadcast. And what do you want to hear from Gansey? So, Ray, David's on the text line, voice memos, and phone calls, 610-632-0975. We'll get – sometimes you get ideas that you wouldn't have otherwise had. So we'll ask him. Gansey's coming up about 11:45, Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The arrival of Arise. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies won 5-0 in the first game for Luis Arise. As a Philly, he went 2 for 4, a pair of RBIs for him in the game. After the game, talked about the ovation he got from the fans.
I was excited. I was happy, especially when the fans give me the ovation. That was beautiful. I was happy, and then thanks to the fans to give me the energy too.
Last night, Jesus Luzardo went 8 innings, struck out 7, did not allow a run in the win. The Phillies have their third game of this 4-game set with the Nationals. Tonight, Andrew Painter gets the ball for the Phils. Eagles training camp day 6 today. Once again, no Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon, both dealing with hamstring strains. No Lane Johnson again. His absence continues. And Landon Dickerson getting a day of rest. Mike Gansey going to join us here in the 11 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. He'll break down what was a tremendous offseason for the 76ers. Talk a little bit about what's coming next for the team. This update is brought to you by the McComb Group. Visit McCombGroup.com. The McComb Group Sports Contractor is one of the largest PVF inventories, from pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands. Count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
right, back middays with Marks, Mike Gansey. We're a part of the Gansey gang.
The man.
So does the Gansey gang wear wigs or grow their hair long and then puts product in it? And Gansey's going to be live on Zoom so we can check out his hair.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
About 11:45. We're going to design our breaks here to get back. So if he's on time at 11:45, he's very busy.
Yeah, a lot going on. I do want to throw it out to the people. Again, we'd love to hear your thoughts on a question that you're dying to know.
We have some on the text line, right? Don't we? Davis on the text line?
That we do.
What do you got?
Ask Gansey if he's personally asked Matt Cord to come back yet. And if not, Kenny, please. Sean from college.
When Sean hit it, I'm like, we'll do that when he's on the air. He may not know who Matt is.
Yeah.
That's
so
fair.
I'm probably not going to ask him. Because I did think about it. I'm like, oh, do I ask about Cord? Then I'm like, I might be putting him on the spot. And, oh, he may not know who Matt is because he got here. Matt was gone.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Allen Iverson's doing the recruiting right now.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more than...
There's other people in the organization that's who deals with those type of things.
Oh, yeah.
So
Laura Price is probably on top of that. She's very good at
that's
what she
who.
does.
Yes, that is the person.
COO, I believe.
I mean, I'll fight for Matt Cord, but I'm assuming Mornings gets Matt Cord in this whole deal.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like that Matt should be a weekly feature.
Hell yeah.
On the show.
Yeah.
Because the reality is Preston and Steve does the crossover, so he technically could come down and do some early show stuff with you. But I mean, it's kind of tough when you're supposed to be on the air at 10 o'clock and you're on. I mean, listen, I'll leave it up to Matt.
7-minute rock song. Like, come on, we got you. We got you for 5.
I know Matt longer than you.
Yeah, of course.
Stairway to Heaven is a hell of a lot longer than 7 minutes, too. So we could just put that in.
That's what Ray Kube used to do at MGK. He's like, I just played a rock block of Led Zeppelin.
Get the lead out, man.
Went and got lunch.
That's great. That is great.
Anything else for questions there, Raymond?
A couple of texters coming in with a similar question of ask Gansey what he plans to do with that last roster spot, and is he okay with the backup center position as it stands right now?
So I'll get back into the fake Facebook stuff. I saw another one today that with Ben Simmons. Everybody wants to make up these fake Ben Simmons things. They don't have a roster spot, do they?
I thought they have 14 right now, but I could be correct.
So there's 15, so they do have one roster spot?
I promise you this. It ain't going to be Ben Simmons, people. Okay? Nobody wants that stink. It's brand new. All the vibes are moving in one direction, except for one bonehead out there that has a calendar counting down the days that LeBron is leaving. Other than that, everybody is riding one way. You bring in Ben Simmons, that is just going to put just a stench, and nobody wants that.
So if you remember, I started the hashtag BBH, bring Ben home.
Yeah.
That was before they made any of these trades or moves. That was when I was like, well, let's make a bid out of it. The Sixers aren't winning crap anyway. This is not a bid anymore.
No.
So you're not signing guys that can be a bid. Leave the roster spot open in case you can actually get somebody.
That too. And also, Bill did ask him last time he was on the afternoon show, and he answered that question honestly. He said, man, I haven't seen him perform in a long time. And, he was athletic, but yeah, that's probably, essentially saying it's probably not going to happen. So he was very honest.
I mean, backup center, Joel's not going to be. Would you rather have Hachimura? What's the guy's?
Hachipurdy.
Hachipurdy.
Rui Hachimura is pretty good, too.
I hope I never have to actually learn this guy's name. But, do you want him in there or Ben?
No, I don't want Ben anything to do with this franchise ever again.
The only way I said I'd be okay with it is if LeBron demanded it.
Even then, I would try and talk LeBron James out of it.
Yeah. I'd be okay with it.
That would be the only way. I prefer not to see him at all, but if LeBron wants it, LeBron gets what he wants.
And for all you anti-LeBron rats out there that were like, oh, he's going to demand Bronny come with him. That hasn't happened. Oh, he's going to demand the Sixers draft his other son. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Ray tried to get him to Temple.
Yeah. I'm still working on the recruit. I'm officially not working on that recruiting pitch.
All right, so let me ask you something about the new show, Ray. Are you going to continue to hold back and not share all of your personal details of your life? Or is this going to now be an open book that it's the Brace and Dunn show?
Well, again, the personal details you want are I ordered the chicken parm and...
No.
Dating
you
life.
You want the full play-by-play of a date.
Correct.
Yeah.
What the DMs, bro?
What do you mean no?
No.
What do you think we did? I had my ex-girlfriend that punched me in the face, and the police showed up at her apartment, and we had to run away.
Right. If
On
there's
the air, being cross-examined by Mike.
If there's something worthwhile in sharing, I understand that you were punched in the face. That hasn't happened to me. I'm hoping not to have that happen.
But you're
to me.
quirky enough to where there's stuff that happens that's relatable that you're not sharing with the show, and I know it.
Absolutely would share with the show if there was something relatable.
You agree?
No, I totally agree with you, John. And he is really well known out there. So he's out and about all the time.
Yeah, you're out at the bar a couple days a week. You're telling me there's not things happening to you out there?
Boots
there
on
are
the
things that could be
ground.
happening to me out there. But that's, again, going to be part of the new show. We'll figure out if they make the air, if they don't make the air, if they make sense.
Hey, Ray.
All right.
He's not going to be holding back. I'm going to get it out of him.
All right. See, I think part of the issue is he's got so many different women. He's got like the 4-girl rotation.
You think Ray is a womanizer?
I think Ray is working. I'm not telling you he's with a bunch of. I think he's trying to. He has multiple women that he's kind of like dating and trying to take it to that next level. And if he says something about one of them on the air, then they're going to be like, hang on. What do you mean? That's not me.
That's right.
I wasn't on a date with Ray last night.
I think that's what a lot of the women do these days is like they talk to these dudes, at arm's length via DM, via the dating apps, and they keep them in the distance and they keep them involved. I think that's how Ray operates too. I would see it.
That was the issue earlier this summer. We are undergoing a roster reconstruction right now.
See, I knew it. I knew it. I told you.
You're a juggler.
Oh,
okay.
man, you got
no. It's not really juggling when no one's committed to anything.
God.
Nobody's making that level.
Is Connor a mess? I know he's at the bar all the time.
Connor's not a mess. I would not describe him as a mess.
Does he have a girlfriend?
No.
Nice.
So he's a single guy that is out a lot.
I'm going to live vicariously through these two.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's perfect for you.
I'm living with them, actually. Let's move in together, boys.
So they'll be the new beef.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the segment that we're already working on is like the frat house.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
guys
we're
are frat brothers.
It's going to be insane.
And Ray's the smart frat brother that rolls his eyes at you two meatheads.
Yes.
We had a petition following the announcement of the show to just go unhinged instead of Brace and Dunn.
Unhinged would work.
Unhinged from 10 to 2, unfiltered from 2 to 6.
Now, how do you feel about the thigh meat that Connor wears?
Ooh.
He wears short shorts.
These cats, they got, some interesting style. Let's just put it that way. Him and Nate both. Like, it's this European soccer style, that vibe. But you know what? I buy shorts that are like long at the knees, but every time I sit down, I'm showing a lot of thigh as well. So I'm guilty as charged with these guys. Yeah, I can't wait to learn more about Connor. He's an interesting, he's a wild card.
Yeah, he is. Yep, develop Connor.
Is he a meathead?
Oh,
yeah.
He's a former baseball pitcher,
Okay.
right?
All right, so he's meat.
So if he's did he play collegiately, Connor? Yeah, so he still thinks he's a baseball player.
Correct. He, with all of respect, he was a pitcher, though, right?
Yeah,
That's something for you guys to go back and forth about.
All right.
right. It's like shooting darts. It's more of a skill than being an athlete.
Like Ricky was an athlete. Ricky,
Ricky could dunk in high school.
play golf.
Connor ain't dunking in high school.
At least I don't think so. Or-
Connor a golfer?
Yeah.
He looks like a golfer. He looks like he's a good golfer.
Got to get his competitive juices out somehow.
All right. There you go. It's going to be a fun show.
it's got to be
For
great.
sure. Actually, can I be a part of the show? Can I do updates on the show?
I mean, I feel like it'd
changed
be
my
wrong
mind.
not to have you a part of the show.
No, but can I just be the update guy on the show? I'll stay. That's what I'll do.
What if you guys go like longer?
I changed my mind.
What if you guys go like longer and he extended so then we have that crossover and that, then we shoot the breeze for like 45 minutes, 10:45.
Oh, like Preston and Steve.
That helps us out, right?
Where's
if
Donovan?
you want to stick to 11,
Where's the Donovan drop? I would say no.
I would say no.
I'd say at about 10:54:50 is when you're going to see the last of us.
That's it.
We can do a crossover that last segment though.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Come in. I don't know the clock right now. 9:45. You guys come in and we fight about.
I
something?
think that would be very smart, but however, I'm not trying to step on any toes, and I think maybe that might,
It also means you got to start early.
yeah, that's fine. Oh, I already told the wife that I got to get in here earlier. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I told her I'm like things got to change a little bit in the morning, but school's coming, so it's easier. But I do think that's something we need to dig on because I think that satisfies a little bit of the appetite for people out there, right?
and I'm also going to go in. The one thing I really need from this is we need more time between the end of one show and the beginning of the other. This crossover where we do like a speed dating,
It's
like
a
out of
fire
chairs.
drill.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. It's been awful. It's been both mornings.
Yeah,
and
but hang on a second. So you know why though?
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
Because when you have that long of a gap, people tend to tune out. So you don't want to be away that far because people are gonna be like, "Oh, what is going on?"
I'm not
out.
asking for 10 minutes here. I'm asking for 60 extra seconds.
Well, if you wanted to come in and then you literally could get in our seats, and then we could go to different mics, and then you could start your show. You could be like, "All right," I could sign off and be like, "All right, coming up next, Brace and Dunn. We're back tomorrow. See you." And then boom, you fire it, and then it goes right to you guys. You could even come in at 9:50, and then you could sit in the seats, and then we could just sweep the top of the hour. No.
No.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll break it down. All right, coming up, Mike Gansey. All right, he's going to be joining us live on Zoom, so get on YouTube if you want to check it out. See how beautiful his hair is today. But a lot to talk about. Man, this team, LeBron, does it seem real that LeBron's a 76er right now?
It does not.
Once you actually see him in Philadelphia, it's going to be a really, really weird feeling. But Mike Gansey, president of basketball operations for the 76ers, joins us coming up next. Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, he is now a star. What's it like to be not only noticed, but people are probably yelling at him everywhere he goes? That's coming up next. Mike Gansey, Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Rise arrived. Some Ray done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies won 5-0 in the debut of Luis Rise last night. 2 hits for him, 2 RBIs. Got a nice standing ovation on his way up to the plate the first time after the game, talking about that ovation.
I was excited. I was happy, especially when the fan give me the ovation. That was beautiful. I was happy, and then thanks to the fans to give me that energy too.
Jesus Luzardo went 8 innings in the game, did not allow a run, struck out 7 in the win for the Phillies. They've got Andrew Painter going tonight in the 3rd game of the 4-game set. Eagles training camp day 6 is today. Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon both not practicing due to hamstring strains. No Lane Johnson again today. Also no Landon Dickerson. Dickerson resting today. Coming up next, it's Mike Gansey, the president of basketball operations for your 76ers, breaking down the tremendous offseason that he's had. This update brought to you by Verizon Business. Verizon Business experts love small businesses. They come directly to you on your schedule with real expertise tailored to your needs. Make an appointment with the Verizon Business expert. Go to verizon.com/book today. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, back middays with Marks. We have a really nice, uninterrupted. We just put lights on in here. What's going on? We have a nice, big, uninterrupted segment right here where we'll go from Gansey maybe to the news at noon. Ooh. Maybe the news at noon gets preempted and we have to do it later. I didn't even see what the news at noon was today, Ray.
Oh, it's always great. You know that. Ray,
oh, it's always great.
Ray Dunn.
And you know why it's worth it every day? Because of the song.
Yeah.
That's played.
We need some new ones.
But the 76ers, I thought it was pretty interesting. We were talking about the odds to win the title or win the East, and the Sixers obviously took a big bump with LeBron, but not as much as you may think. The Knicks, the Sixers, who's the other team in the East that is considered? It really is the Knicks and the Sixers, and then kind of everybody else.
Celtics are
the third. Celtics are the third. We're missing somebody.
You got the Cavs, the Raptors. No, because it goes Spurs, OKC at the top. They're tied. Then Sixers and Knicks, they're tied at 9-1. Celtics 13-1. Cavs 25-1. Raptors 25-1. Detroit 25-1. Miami Heat 30-1.
Detroit went from being, man, can they do it, to now they can't. So
that's Tobias Harris. When you lose him,
it's tough to win. Look at the Spurs signed Tobias Harris, right?
Yeah.
They needed that championship.
He had a great season for them last year. Obviously, we know what took place in the postseason, and that's his big flaw. But
it's a good signing for the Spurs.
I can't say Tobias Harris did not live up to that contract last year, believe it or not.
He had a good year.
He did.
For sure.
But we'll see what happens with them. I think that they fall back. The big thing from the odds perspective, John, is before Jaylen Brown, like the Sixers were way down there. And then they, of course, make the move for Jaylen Brown, and that's when the odds jumped up, regardless of LeBron James. And, of course, when LeBron signed, then it's like, okay, now you're tied with the New York Knicks, who, oh, by the way, if you live underneath the rock, they are the reigning champions. Yeah. You know, that's a great question for Mike Gansey. Does he respect the cup? Yeah.
The NBA Cup?
Yeah, how about that?
Please don't ask him about that.
I can't ask him. I can't.
You can. No, I didn't say you couldn't.
I respect the cup.
I don't want to waste the question.
Okay, good call.
Because you care about the NBA Cup.
I do.
The Knicks won. Is their official title for winning the NBA Cup and the championship?
Oh, that's a good one.
There might be.
There needs to be.
It's not the Triple Crown because it's only two things. Joining us right now. He joins us live on Zoom, and he's probably looking at, like, what are these idiots talking about?
As usual, yeah.
76ers president of basketball operations, Mike Gansey joins John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. Mike, how you doing?
What's up, fellas? How are you?
So how was the Phillies game last night? You threw out the first pitch. You looked like you knew how to throw the ball. You didn't look like 50 Cent out there. You had nice movement on the pitch. I saw your beautiful family was there. How was last night?
It was awesome, man. Great experience. Baseball was my first love. So, like, I've always been a baseball guy my whole life. My dad was a really good pitcher back in the day, and so baseball. I watch probably more baseball than basketball, I would say. So I love being on the diamond, and that was a pretty cool experience to be around those guys last night.
Were you a big Indians fan growing up?
Yeah, huge Indians fans. Parents had season tickets, and went to as many games as I could. So
you were great too.
Charlie Manuel was managing some of those teams, right? Man,
Yes,
you
yeah.
got so many talented.
Cliff Lee, obviously here in Philly, he was pitcher with the Indians back in the day. So
Manny was there early on, but all right. Well, you look like you knew what you were doing throwing the ball. Now you also went up to the booth, and I thought you were great up in the booth last night. You didn't jinx any no hitters this time, Mike. Congratulations, good job.
Yep.
How was it being up there with Crocker?
He's the best, man. He's another fellow West Virginia guy, so he's the best. And I love that he's got no filter. He just says what's on his mind, and I respect that.
And he's a big NBA guy because I used to, way back, Croc, when he first stopped playing basketball, he was on the Best Damn Sports Show, period, with John Sally and Chris Rose. I think he is more, like, he loves the NBA, so I'm sure he's thrilled what you guys are doing. All right, so that's the other thing. Yesterday, you had a busy day. You were at Eagles camp, and I'm sure you've attended other teams' camps, and I don't know if you've been to the Browns before or not, but I saw you talking to Howie. When you go and you visit the Eagles or you visit some of these other teams, especially the Eagles, do you learn stuff? Like, what jumped out to you with what the Eagles are a very successful franchise? Anything that you saw yesterday that jumped out to you?
Well, I think just first off, like, the way they treated me and my family, like, first-class organization. I mean, we get there. I mean, at parking spot. I mean, they were incredible taking care of us. And Howie was great. I mean, he gave me 15, 20 minutes of his time on the field which, especially in the middle of camp, that's saying a lot. But just that whole organization. I mean, we met Jalen Hurts. Obviously Kelsey was there being a Cleveland guy, so that was cool for my wife and family. But just like the way that they treated us, like that says a lot, I think, like first impressions with an organization and, the Phillies as well. My second time being at a Phillies game, like it just shows a lot, like, how successful they are. And it just trickles down to everyone in the building going through that place.
Yeah, it does. So, and we're talking to 76ers president of basketball operations, Mike Gansey, who, so Mike, I know how we are in this town, and I'm sure in Cleveland you were recognized when you went out, and they knew that you were the GM of the Cavs. But Philly's a little bit different, and you just signed LeBron James and traded for Jaylen Brown. Are you getting people that notice you and yell at you when you're out and about and you're around? How's that been for you?
Yeah, I think like especially yesterday at camp and the Phillies game, I think like I had more selfies than maybe I've ever had in my life. People just, hey, can I get a selfie? Can I get a picture? I'm like, of course, so. I like it because people are excited and, obviously I want to embrace the community and be around people in Philly and it's a good thing. I hope we're doing the right thing and we're going in the right direction. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The fans are definitely a lot different and more passionate and know the like that's one thing I talked to Howie about, which was interesting. He's like, people in Philly know the GMs where maybe some other cities, not as much. And he's definitely right with that.
Mike, great to have you on, number one. Number two is so many things are being said. We are the topic. We are the of all conversations when it comes to sports with the 76ers. So credit to you and everybody across the board. Josh Harris, of course, Bob Myers, the list goes on and on. One of the things that I read that caught my attention, and it wasn't a negative, but it was framed in that direction. The audacity of the attempt, a gentleman from ESPN.com wrote about you putting this team together and so many of the things that really don't make sense when it comes to usage rate from last year, some of the issues defensively. But when people are saying things about the 76ers, the upcoming season, about the flaws, and they say the audacity of the attempt by Mike Gansey to put this team together, what do you say to that?
Well, one, my job is to build the best team and try to get as much talent in here as I can. So I'm trying to do that. But also, too, like, I kind of look at, like, the usage thing. And, like, Jaylen Brown last year with Boston, he had to be the guy. He had to do all the usage. Obviously, with Philly, Tyrese, VJ to a degree, with injuries and guys out. Like, Tyrese played the most minutes in the league. And then you look at LeBron, obviously in L.A., Luka was out, the last couple months of the year, didn't play in the playoffs. Austin Reeves is out, so he's got to do so much. So I think like it's a little bit case by case where I think last year especially, these guys had to be their number one guys. And now obviously with 3, maybe 4, number one guys on the same team, it's going to take some time. But I'd rather have the talent and kind of figure it out. And obviously dealing with Nick. I mean, Nick's been in the lab trying to figure out how we're going to play and, stagger lineups. I mean, it's going to be exciting just because I think we have so much talent, but like the guys, I think, want to sacrifice. We got to get to camp. We haven't even had a practice, played a game. So we got to see if this thing works, obviously. I mean, I like the pieces and the talent we have, but, we got to get to a practice first to see how this works. But I think it's going to work because I think these guys are gonna want to be together and they're gonna want to. They see the big picture, I think, and that's what it's exciting.
All right, Mike. So tomorrow, Jaylen Brown gets introduced to the public, to the media at 2:00, and we weren't surprised about LeBron. We were wondering where LeBron was going to sign. Jaylen, nobody saw that coming. Yeah. So how does that process work? Do you make the call? Because my co-host Sean had said the previous week, he goes, well, if you're the Sixers, you got to call about Jaylen Brown, make the call. And I'm like, shut up.
Did say that.
Yeah, shut up. You're not getting Jaylen. What are you going to trade draft picks for Jaylen Brown? Meanwhile, I guess you did make the call. So how does that process work? And were you surprised that he was available and they were willing to trade him in division?
Yeah. So I think I said it at my press conference, and I believe in this because we've done this in Cleveland, and Kobe Altman and Dan Gilbert, they're, I learned from them a lot, but my job is to call about everything. You hear stuff out there, obviously with Jaylen Brown, Giannis, whether I don't know what those discussions were about, but you hear stuff, whether it's true or not, you make a call to a team and you see what's out there. And obviously we did that with Boston and, we had these obviously negotiations and we talked to them for a while and kept that quiet, which was great. I mean, Brad was a great partner in this, and you know, didn't know what the end game would be with it, and obviously we ended up doing a trade, but you know, it was something where, you know, I kind of like doing my business in silence a little bit. I know, you know, during the whole time, every team but Philly was probably in the mix with Jalen, it seemed like, through the media, but we're lucky enough to do a deal for Jalen, and now he's a 76er, and we're very, very excited to have him.
So, Mike, you sign him. Were you already thinking about LeBron, or when you trade for Jalen, are you already thinking about LeBron? When does it come to the organization's mind, like, hey, we may have a chance to get LeBron? Because I think everybody would agree, if you don't trade for Jaylen Brown, LeBron isn't here right now. So when did LeBron become something that you guys thought you could actually grab?
Yeah, I think it was, you know, after we made the Jaylen Brown trade. You know, obviously I had discussions with Rich, and, you know, even before Jaylen Brown, and, you know, he was trying to figure out what he wanted to do. And then obviously the Lakers thing where he wasn't going back came out. And I think the Jaylen trade definitely got us back into conversation with all the other teams. And then we started that conversation up with Rich. And, you know, I know LeBron obviously had a long drawn out process because he had a tough decision to make. And yeah, like you said, after the Jaylen trade, then LeBron kind of was like, hey, like, you know, Philly's interesting. And then, you know, obviously went from there.
Mike, the big man, let's talk about Joel Embiid, and really excited to see this upcoming season, what he's capable of. I saw some highlights with him and LeBron with Team USA, and I mean, it's just pick your poison. A lot to like there. But Embiid supposedly told LeBron that he's healthy, ready to go. I saw Coach Nick Nurse say the same. So you, as the president of basketball ops, define healthy for Joel Embiid when it comes to games in a season, right? Like, is the approach back-to-backs? Have you been that far? What is your thoughts as far as health with Joel Embiid?
Yeah. No, I mean, this is like one of the first off seasons, you know, that he's healthy going into it. You know, obviously I know in the Knicks series, end of the Boston, he was a little banged up, but like he's healthy. Like there's no restrictions. So he's already been in the gym. He's been working in the weight room. I think he's lifting 5 days a week, and his body looks good. He's trimmed down a little bit. So like he's in great shape. He's in a great space. You know, I mean, obviously it's August 5th right now. So, you know, we have a ways to go till camp, but being 2 months out where he's at now, you know, he's excited, he's motivated. You know, obviously these moves I think are going to help us and help him especially, because now he doesn't have to do as much. You know, you can maybe limit his minutes, you know, and then obviously when we're playing bigger games. So we haven't gotten that far ahead. You know, once we get our schedule and we can kind of map out kind of month to month and see like back-to-backs and minute restrictions and all that, but he's free reign to go right now. And, you know, he's another piece where, you know, I know him and LeBron had conversations and really helped in this recruitment with him. And, you know, looking back, I went back and watched some of the Olympic tape with him and LeBron, and those two had a nice 1-2 combination. And I mean, the guy's talent is undeniable. He's arguably the most talented big man that's ever touched the basketball. And, you know, and he's motivated and excited. And I think with the group we have, you know, that's what's nice is we can have guys be the man each different nights, where Joel doesn't have to carry us, and he can just be kind of like a guy one night where then the next night we need him, he can really step up. So it's exciting.
We're talking to Mike Gansey, president of basketball operations for the 76ers. And Mike, with the pursuit of LeBron James, we were on LeBron watch every single day here. From your perspective, I know I read the anecdote about you going up, talking to your wife about like, hey, we got him. As soon as that happened. Now, like going through that 3-week process, what was it like from an executive's perspective to sit there and just wait it out? You know, are you watching Rich Paul's podcast? Are you listening to LeBron's podcast? How are you getting the breadcrumbs of the LeBron situation playing itself out?
Yeah, no, it was an exciting time because one, like, I mean, LeBron's the best to ever play the game, in my opinion. And to have him like consider your team, I think is pretty incredible. Now, I was fortunate enough to be with him for 4 years in Cleveland, you know, going to 4 finals, winning a championship. It was some of the best times of my life. But just going to a different organization and then, you know, making the Jalen trade and then being in the mix, you know, like obviously he was going to make the best decision for himself and his family. And, you know, obviously going through it, you know, Josh Harris, David Blitzer, Bob Myers, Nick Nurse. I mean, Tyrese led the charge with the players. Like, I had a very small part in this. It was the players, it was our ownership, it was our head coach. Like they did a lot of the recruiting. And, I think for him to choose us and then, because, as you guys were, it's like every day, it's like, I don't know what he's thinking. He's doing his due diligence, he's doing his background, but I'm just like, we're still in the mix. So we got a chance. And then obviously when he picked us, I couldn't be more excited.
Man, you get the whiteboard behind you there, Mike. Is that like the Rich Paul whiteboard? That's
it's my kids were drawing all the 76ers and yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
My kids sitting stuff on there. Yeah.
There's been a couple of stars that have emerged from this whole process with LeBron. Number one, your brother, who started the Steve Gansey, who tweets out the picture with LeBron. Yeah. What did you tell him after he tweets out the picture with LeBron or whatever he tweeted out?
Like, what are you doing, man? Like, I mean, like, obviously now looking back, it may have been a great, who knows? Like maybe LeBron looked at it and be like, hey, this is kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe it helped, maybe it didn't, but I was just like, just maybe keep it quiet, a little bit, but I don't know. I guess for the fans, it's cool, but
oh my God,
because I was, on an all-star team with LeBron, whatever, back in high school, but it's good fun, but whatever. We got him now, so we can laugh about it.
I DM'd your brother trying to get him on the show.
That's true.
After we signed LeBron, I DM'd him trying to get him on. He didn't respond.
Also, Bob Myers goes on with Rich, and I give Rich Paul a lot of credit. He's the agent. The whole process was up. Well, LeBron could go here, LeBron could go there. It was like really, really interesting. And I'm telling you, I don't know. Like you had said, there's a lot of different reasons why LeBron chose Philly, and I think Tyrese had a big part of it. Jaylen Brown trade had a big part of it. You did. But Bob Myers kind of being the executive that's been there with and done that for championships, he goes on with Rich Paul and Max, and he killed it. And he gave a pitch. And you know Bob better than I do. Man, he's got some charisma to him. And, that's when I felt like it could happen after Bob was on the podcast. It was amazing.
Yeah. I think, Bob was scheduled to go on there previously. So, and then obviously the LeBron stuff came up and we were in the mix. So, I don't know, if that had anything to do with it, but, the timing might have been awkward, but, obviously Bob's great and he went on there and obviously sold them, or tried to sell the world on the Sixers a little bit, but was also just himself. 'Cause that's just Bob. Bob's just going to be him. And, I think, especially with him being in Golden State, he had Draymond and, he's got a great relationship with Rich. So that definitely, I think, really, really helped us as well.
I'm going to get in depth here because I said this yesterday. Of course, Sixers are topic of conversation every day right now. It's unbelievable. I said Nick Nurse is the most important piece in this whole puzzle. What we've seen these last 8-9 seasons with the NBA champion, you cannot go into the playoffs without chemistry and continuity. That's been an issue with this team. And, of course, LeBron is the GOAT for a lot of people. I'm an MJ guy. Regardless, he's my GOAT now. He's 41. Joel, we know his history. So how important is Nick Nurse in this equation? Of course, he's the head coach. I get it. But to get it right from the jump with the chemistry, how important is that to you?
Oh, it's super important. I mean, we were talking, especially when we did the Jaylen trade. He's like, you know what? I was there when we got Kawhi. And Kawhi was there 1 year. So that kind of threw them for a loop because, they didn't know they were getting Kawhi, where we didn't know we were getting Jaylen. So he's been around. He's done it. Obviously, he's won a championship. And, I think that was a big driving force with LeBron wanting to come here. And, I know he's been hard at work trying to figure this thing out. Obviously, our roster is what it is now, and we got to, go move forward with it. And I have all the confidence in the world because, he's been incredible to work with. He's been a great partner, and he's won a championship as a head coach. So I think that matters. And he's been in those wars and, makes adjustments in playoff games. I mean, he's been through so many of those games that, I know he'll figure it out. Like I said, it's going to take time, and we haven't had a practice. We haven't played a game. So there's going to be some, 82 games, there's going to be some ups and downs. And, I'm just excited to get to camp. And, you see Tyrese is working out with LeBron. We got guys in the building here, 8-9 guys. So, I think everyone's motivated and excited to get on the same page.
All right, Sean, he's done it again, man. Mike Gansey, the man, hair's looking great. You can throw a fastball. You look like you threw a cutter on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
it was a two-seam fastball.
I saw movement on it. It wasn't a four-seamer.
Yeah.
Couple quick things. Tomorrow, Jaylen Brown press conference, 2:00. correct? And he's doing it in the community, and that's something we're learning about Jalen is how important that is to him.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff I heard after we made the trade that, he did in Boston is just like incredible. Like, I mean, I don't know if he won one of those community assist awards yet, but I see that in the making, moving forward. But that's just who he is. I mean, he's a big family man. I think most of his family's going to move here. And he wherever he's been, whether it was Cal, whether it was Boston, he just embraces the community and wants to be out there and try to help people. So I'm really excited for him. And by him doing it where he's doing it tomorrow for his press conference, it just basically sums up who Jalen is.
I think it gets a little bit more real tomorrow. Just one, please. Can we keep his feet on the ground? The skydiving thing, Mike. I just come on, Jalen, keep the feet on the ground here. And now if we win a championship, he's taking everybody up with them. The skydiving, no. Let everybody stay on the ground, please, Mike.
Yeah, I think that's AI, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, it wasn't even real?
Wasn't real? I hope it was. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. That works for me, yes.
All right, last thing, because a lot of fans are asking us this in real time.
Yeah.
Is LeBron going to be introduced at Media Day? Do you know if there's going to be a press conference similar to Jalen, or when are we going to see LeBron for the first time?
I think I know he's got some travels and stuff coming up, but I think probably press conference. I don't know the Media Day or whatever it is. I think that'll probably be the first time the whole city of Philly will kind of be able to talk to him.
God, getting goosebumps thinking about it. Mike, congratulations, man. I don't know how you top this. I mean, you trade for Jaylen Brown, you sign LeBron James in your first month or two. But congratulations. Thank you for a couple minutes, and we'll see you down at Media Day. Good to talk to you.
Of course. No. Always good to catch up, guys. Thanks.
All right, there he
best.
is. Mike Gansey. Remember the Gansey gang. There he is.
I still haven't got my Gansey jersey. What's going on, DH Gate?
Is it still on the way?
Yeah, supposedly. I got to check
Hold on
in
a second. So is that an AI video that you got fooled by? I didn't see the video.
No,
I saw
talked about it.
Yeah, I don't think we got.
Yeah. Well, look, at the end of the day, everybody's healthy. Everybody just moved on, okay? But I'm not a fan of skydiving, period. We talked about that yesterday, so I'm not trying to make a big deal about it, but let's keep our feet on the ground here. Nice juke by Mike Gansey on that one, I'll just say. Because he talked about it in the
he did.
Yeah.
It says Jaylen Brown goes skydiving in Egypt to conquer his fear of heights.
God bless him.
Oh, he did it in Egypt too.
Yeah.
Where there may not be the same regulation as in the United States.
I mean, at the end.
But at the end of the day, I guess you're jumping out of a plane here or there.
He did tandem, right? Like you said,
Yeah.
so he's not pulling the chute by himself. He's not.
Oh, so you just dry snitched on Jaylen Brown?
Look, man, I care.
We know what show he's not coming on.
I care.
Congrats to have him on the
I
morning.
care. All right, I care.
They didn't know about it. You just told them.
I think that was AI. Let's just stick with that. All right,
No, and
it
then
was AI.
And then because I had heard the same thing, I also I'm like, all right, well, maybe that was AI. I don't know.
No, we played the audio from the stream yesterday. It was real. And look, hey, regardless,
All right.
we're not going to ruin a good thing at this point in time.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Everybody's healthy. We are moving on. He's being introduced tomorrow. Let's go.
All right, there you have it.
Well, I will say this much. From the LeBron conversation, it starts and ends with Jaylen Brown. And we heard Rich Paul say that, where he said, hey, look, the week before that trade went down, the Sixers weren't even on the radar. They just weren't. There were a few teams that they were talking about. And then, of course, once Jaylen Brown ends up with the 76ers, that's when LeBron goes to Rich Paul and says, what do you think about the Sixers? They got that great chemistry. I mean, this is his guy forever. So he's being able to be open and say, look, we can go ahead and go to Philly and compete for championships. And that's my favorite part about everything with LeBron. We talked about it earlier. He mentioned it last night with Kruk. LeBron came here and said, I am coming here for one reason only, is to win a championship. He raised the level so much for everybody involved because that's what he wants, a championship. So everybody's got to raise their game up to the king. Let's go. And that's expectations. Sure. And there's nothing better than when your team has expectations of winning a championship. You think about the Eagles. Unfortunately, the Phillies have dropped down a little bit as far as that conversation is concerned. We still think that that's the ultimate prize. That's the ultimate goal. But
well, it's the ultimate goal. But
you got the Dodgers who won back-to-back.
But fans also don't. You feel better after seeing what Arise can bring to the lineup. But if you put the lie detector on most fans, they're going to say, no, they can't win. I think Andrew was saying it this morning where, like, when you sit down and you sit down on the couch and you watch a team, you either think they're a World Series team or you don't. And when you watch the Phillies, like last night, they looked like they could be a World Series team. Luzardo was killing it. He was.
That was a bigger thing for me out of last night of the two. Like, Arise was great. Luzardo pitches like that in a consequential Game 3 of a wild card series, in a swing game of a DS series. You could beat anyone.
Yeah, I really don't. God, I really like. It still doesn't feel like they're good enough, but because Killian looked good up 5-0.
Was Salisbury on the morning show?
He was.
He had it right. He said, "Man, you get to the playoffs. This team is a playoff contender.
It's a different season.
You get to the playoffs, and you got to play your best baseball for 3 weeks. We've seen teams that are wild cards. We've seen the 08 team do it on the back of Cole Hamels. There are plenty of reasons why you could look at this Phillies team and say, yeah, they can get it done."
Here's Salisbury from this morning.
I heard you ask if they were World Series contenders. I think they're postseason contenders. I think they get to the postseason, and then you got to put together your 3 best weeks of the season, and anything can happen. I've seen wild card teams jump on the back of Josh Beckett. I've seen good but not great teams jump on the back of Cole Hamels and win a World Series. So they can jump on the back of Sanchez and Wheeler and go places in October. The rest of the lineup has to produce as well. They have to have their best 3 weeks. They can get to October.
This is 97.5 The Fanatic, WPN FM, Burlington, Philadelphia. There he was. Tim Salisbury. And he's right.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you can't – we don't know how that – it's August what? August 5th now?
That is correct, sir.
Is it August? Yeah, August 5th. Who knows how the Phillies are going to be playing in September 5th? Then you got to go a whole nother month. There's so much baseball left to be played. I didn't want to say, like, you almost wanted to, like, if Arise could have been the guy you brought in September 5th. He might peak way like too early. That's how much baseball's left.
Well, I'll tell you what, we tend to look at the schedule from time to time. I don't think I have looked at the August schedule. Now, Ray will be in attendance at every one of these games, so I know he knows it.
That's true, Ray?
I'll be there tonight.
You got the Phillies and Blue Jays coming up next. Then they got the Cardinals on the road.
Blue Jays just sold, right?
Yep. Our show to Houston.
Hoffman's gone.
Yeah.
They were selling that.
Glanzman out. Yeah, so they moved on, but still, and it's home. Then you got the Cardinals on the road in St. Louis. Did you see that both Schwarber and who's the cat that won the home run derby?
Walker.
Thank you. Have hit like one combined home run since the home run derby.
Yep. Yeah, I'd like to say it's unrelated or just a coincidence.
No.
And you know what I didn't do because I wanted Schwarber and Harper both to be in it? I didn't do the show of I don't want him to do it because he's going to get injured or he's going to be ineffective.
Yep.
And I don't think it would have changed anything.
Right.
But still.
It goes Cardinals on the road, Twins on the road. And then they welcome the Marlins home, and then the Cardinals again. And that takes us to the end of August. So a couple winnable series there. That's the grand scheme of things. That's what I'm looking at. What's our September look like to close out? Let's just check into September. We close out the season with the Rays at home. The final 2 series of the season are the Brewers and the Rays.
How about that? Who may have already clinched.
Lord. And, by the way, the Mets before then, to play the role spoiler.
Yeah, but they may have already clinched.
The Rays, yeah.
The Rays and the Brewers may have already clinched.
Buster Olney said they're the number 1 team in the American League, according to him.
Who, the Rays? Yeah, they're always the number 1 team in the American League until the playoffs. Then they lose.
The issue is there's no real other team in the American League this year.
But you know what? If they don't win it, their farm system's a great farm system. You're telling me they couldn't have traded for Skubal? Like, really?
I think the agent wanted him to end up in L.A.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
So what? It's an expiring contract. Go win a World Series. I don't know, man. Like, was he going to go kicking and screaming? I don't want to play.
Yeah.
Maybe they sent the scent of we don't want to play there because that is a toilet they play in.
Oh, literally.
Are they back at Tropicana or are they still playing in this thing? They're back in Tropicana. Yeah, it's a toilet. It's the worst. All right, Sean, look who's on the line. He's a whack packer. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are getting these whack packers as I'm exiting.
It's Gentle Gary.
I thought it's Gorgeous Gary.
Oh, Gorgeous.
Or Glorious Gary.
Glorious Gary. There it is. Glorious Gary. I
Not Gorgeous Gary?
Glorious Gary.
Glorious Gary from Northeast Philadelphia. Hi, Glorious.
Gorgeous, how you doing, man? I like Gorgeous Gary better, man. That sounds better.
Okay,
man.
Gorgeous Gary. It sounds like a wrestler from the 80s.
Yeah, I'm a Pete Rose clone. I'm a stocky Pete Rose.
Okay. How tall?
Listen, boys. Listen, I got to give you a little history, man. I played the Public League Championship. I played for the city. I played baseball in Florida,
Carpenter
FIU,
Cup.
Miami. Come on now. You guys are getting too fired up. We got this little guy, okay? We move all the pieces around. This has never been done, okay? We're playing Our Lady of Calgary, Washington Nationals. I told you this before. When we went to the World Series, we beat Washington 19 times. Let me see them go to Milwaukee. Let me see them go to L.A. Let me see them beat San Diego at San Diego. I mean, can we just lower the volume and let's see what these guys do? Come on.
Gorgeous Gary.
Everything is World Series already.
No,
we didn't do nothing.
We didn't say we.
No.
Hang on, but so let me. I need to examine you and find out more about you, Gorgeous Gary. Are you an Eagles fan?
Oh, absolutely. I'm Buddy Ryan. When you're talking, I'm Buddy. I'm a Buddy fan, man.
I knew it. Are you a Jalen Hurts fan?
Yeah, I like Jalen. But the pieces around him are helping him more. Okay. He's not worth $60 million. I'll tell you that right now.
Better coach Andy Reid or Buddy Ryan?
Oh, Buddy, man. I used to go down to the Ribbits, and Buddy would let us try on his rings, his Super Bowl rings.
Yeah,
you kidding me?
Ribbit in Cherry Hill, or there was another Ribbit
down
somewhere?
in Center City. Yeah, the one in Center City.
Buddy did it. He had a radio show. Buddy Ryan had the Buddy Ryan show.
Right.
Who hosted it? Who hosted it with him? It wasn't Howard, because Howard and Buddy, he hated Buddy.
Yeah, it might have been.
Was it Joe Pellegrino? It wasn't
he
Howard.
The little girls. That dude.
Was it?
I don't remember who the co-host was. But
All right.
it was all about Buddy.
All right. So you're a pessimist when it comes to the Phillies, and do you think they make the playoffs?
I just want everybody relax. They haven't played anybody yet. Talk to me in about 3 weeks when they play some baseball, when they see if they gel. Bone blows. He shouldn't even be in the major leagues. Okay, he's got to go. Our right field is a disaster, and then Bryce gets on it. Oh, I'm just going to play this for a couple of months. So this is how about this guy? He's played for 5 different teams, man.
All right. But you recognize he's a good hitter and he improves the lineup, right?
Batting champion 3 consecutive years in a row. This isn't a fluke.
Okay, but I want to see it. Okay, if you want how he leaves in after the season's over. They didn't even wrap him up.
All right, well, that's it. We'll talk to you in October then, I guess, right?
Right.
Yeah,
no. After they win the World Series, then we can celebrate.
No, I'm gonna call back when Ray gets his show, though. Congratulations, boys. I really enjoy you guys.
Hey, Ray.
I pass it along to everybody.
Gorgeous Gary.
Thanks, Gorgeous.
My guy. Yeah, I just went over the schedule. So I'm with you. I just told you who they're playing. But I can't sit here and tell you, well, wait a minute. Let's see what they look like against the Padres, the Braves, and the Dodgers when they're not on the schedule. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, I'm a diehard, but I'm also a realist. And sometimes the diehard makes me more positive than I would normally be. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Because, ultimately, put the lie detector test on me. No, I don't think they're good enough. But they're. I mean, you think about this. The year they went to the World Series, what game was that where they were behind and they came back in the 9th inning? I think that was the first game of the series. I was coming on after the game. I was writing the eulogy for the Phillies that year. Because if they lose game 1 of that, the Phillies weren't winning squat. Meanwhile, they came back, they won that game, and they went on a run. They were ahead in the World Series. They were up 2-1 in the World Series at home.
Brutal.
So it changes like that, man. So you have to recognize that. This really is what team gets hot at the right time. And we're nowhere near that spot. So if the Phillies were to get hot right now, Gorgeous Gary's point, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a good point. They do have the Braves coming up at the beginning of September. Again, the Mariners are in competition for the division. They're 3 games under 500. They got a 3-game series with them out in Seattle. Let's see here. Minnesota is in the running for that division as well. I think they're a couple games under 500. This schedule isn't impossible. The toughest team on the schedule from the remainder out goes Braves at the beginning. Their September is tough, point blank. Braves at the beginning of September, then they go Brewers, Rays, and that's what they close up shop with. That's 3 tough series right there.
All right. Are you a Phillies realist, Ray, or are you a positive Phillies fan?
Realist.
Yeah. Feels like most people are.
Yeah, we're too deep into this run for me to be like.
Even after last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was great. I loved it.
We got to get you to a couple games. You'll change your mind.
I'll be there tonight. I'm gonna watch Painter, and then I'm gonna
If you're an Arise guy, what about that? Everybody dresses up like Arise. You call them Arise guys.
I'm still all for the Arisers.
Well, you stand up every time he comes to the plate.
Works for me.
But Arise guys, I don't want to. I don't want to. You know, I don't want to do anything racist here. Right? Like, but he has the earrings and stuff. You could put the eye black on, and you could be an Arise guy. Right? Go to the ballpark, Ray. You look like if you were old enough to be a member of the Wolfpack, you would have been a Wolfpack member.
What other ones were there?
Duck Pond for Brandon Duckworth. The Flotilla, Padilla, Flotilla.
That was a good one.
What was your favorite one, Ray?
Oh, Jeans.
No.
That was a good one.
That's probably the closest I would have come to being in one because that was about the age where I could have actually been a part of one.
Didn't Carlos Ruiz have one? I don't remember.
Millie Petrilli was trying to start the Taiwan on for Taiwan Walker. And that was right wheelhouse, right?
You needed the Taiwan.
Yeah, you got to Taiwan on. There it is.
Didn't last long enough this season.
Rise, guys. All right, coming up, news at noon, which will be 12:30 with Ray. Ray, what do you have going for us today?
Got an idea that Iman Shumpert wants out there. We got
Iman Shumpert.
Yeah.
Another bad podcast.
Oh no, he's on Carmelo's. This is an old clip from Carmelo's podcast that I didn't see before.
Oh God.
We got White Chocolate hating weddings.
Saw that.
And Lance Lynn. Pretty much give you the way most players feel about the Dodgers right now, and it's not good.
These are good. It should be a good segment. News at noon with Ray coming up next. Middays and Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Latest on the Sixers. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by the Empire State Building. Immerse yourself in an authentic New York experience at the Empire State Building Observation Deck. Get your tickets at empirestatebuilding.com/radio. Open daily, reservations required. We just spoke to President of Basketball Operations for the 76ers, Mike Ganzi, about a number of things: the pursuit of LeBron, Jaylen Brown, all that's going on this offseason. He also offered an update on one Joel Embiid.
He's healthy. Like, there's no restrictions. He's already been in the gym. He's been working in the weight room. I think he's lifting 5 days a week, and his body looks good. He's trimmed down a little bit. So, like, he's in great shape. He's in a great space.
You can listen to the entire conversation with Ganzi on our website, the Fanatic app, or watch it on our YouTube channel. Last night, the Phillies got a 5-0 win in the first game for Luis Arraez on a Phillies uniform. He was 2 for 4, drove in 2 runs. Jesus Luzardo went 8 innings, did not allow a run, struck out 7. Andrew Painter gets to start tonight, the 3rd game of the 4-game series with the Nationals. Eagles training camp day 6 is today. Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon did not practice due to hamstring strains. No Lane Johnson again. Landon Dickerson also out due to rest. This update's also brought to you by Audible. Audible makes traffic less of an annoyance, more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible will speak to stories that speak to you. New members can start learning with a 30-day free trial at audible.com. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
It'd be good. Ray, I got a question for you as we're waiting John Mark's return to come back in studio.
Yeah, what's up?
Just completely stealing the show here. When a show rolls fast, do you think it's a good show automatically?
I feel like the programming side of my mind would say no.
Yeah.
That it's not automatically a good show, though I will feel like any workday that goes by quickly is a good workday. So
That's I like that angle.
yeah. Why you ask?
Because this show is flying by.
Yeah.
First hour, 2.5 hours in, do your math, Brace. And a lot of good conversation. Love the fact that Gansey joined us and really excited to hear what he had to say about Joel Embiid. And I wonder if people are rolling their eyes when they hear that, right? I think something that was going through my mind when we had Gansey on was I wanted to know more about what did LeBron or Joel say to LeBron? What did he send him, if he had any more details? Because I feel like, and I raise my hand, I feel like we need to look at Joel Embiid in a new light. It's fresh. It's new. It just needs to happen. And I don't know necessarily it will happen for people, but I think it would be in our best, our best interest to do so. And again, I got my hand raised in the air. John Mark's joining us. Hi, John.
How long you been back for?
10 minutes.
Usually, really?
No.
That too. Yeah.
Really? These breaks short?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are. All right. Well, I mean, if I don't know the breaks are short, I have the clock in my head, which is normally never wrong. Anyway.
I was just saying, I feel like one of the things that was going through my mind with Gansey, I wanted to know a little bit more about what Joel Embiid said to LeBron, if he had any more details on that, because I want us to look at Joel Embiid in a new light. I think that's more positive than anything.
I'm telling you that Embiid, part of the reason Embiid is where he is right now, he's never had anybody that held him accountable or challenged him. Daryl Morey came in here and was like, Right, if Daryl Morey allows
Deep team.
James Harden to the team, their practice schedule and their travel schedules, depending on where James Harden wants to go to a strip club or a club, like, what do you think he's holding Joel Embiid accountable? No, so that's why you see at the end Embiid's not showing showing up to shoot around, and they're frustrated because they want him to do it. You never held him accountable. He's been running the organization. It's well known that he's not on time for anything, and that's a quote from what Maxey said, apparently. So, yeah, so like now you actually have guys. Joel Embiid wants to be held accountable. He wants to be a champion. He needs somebody like a LeBron and Gansey and Bob Myers to come in here and show him this is how you do it. Period.
I mean, again, like we have a 4-time NBA champion.
And if you didn't do that, you would have gotten the same thing.
So good.
And I agree with you. Joel Embiid deserves better than he leaves Philadelphia, his body's broken down, and he never made it to a finals or an Eastern Conference Finals. He deserves better than that because he's too good of a player. He really is. He's going to have his number retired. He should have his number retired. He's one of the great of this generation. He's the best player of this generation. Best player since AI. Like Gansey said it right there with us a couple minutes ago. The talent is undeniable. The talent's incredible. LeBron's a guy that can unlock everything for all these players and put it all together.
Yep.
And he doesn't have to worry about scoring or anything like that. This isn't Michael Jordan coming in where he's going to want his shots and he's going to want to shoot. Right? Like this dude is, I am so excited to see how they do it. And it doesn't mean it's going to be easy, Sean Brace.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're right about that.
Is that what Braun posted from Coldplay? What's the scientist?
Yes. No, Yellow. It was all yellow,
really?
That song. Again, all he does, it'd be interesting to see who he follows. But, yeah, he gets all these, inspirational messages. And on top of the other stuff that's mixed in, believe me, we are going to have a LeBron James minute where I am talking all things LBJ and everything that's coming from his timeline. But, yeah, he said something like my favorite place. Again, look, I'm in love with this sentence. Quote, your future is shaped by the habits you repeat, not the goals you set. All these inspirational things. That
sounds like a fortune cookie that Trilly was trying to do last week.
People may laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're the same.
Damn right. Oh, I can't get enough. I got to start following him on social media.
I just started last week.
I never did before. All right, News and Noon coming up in a second. Pat Gallen joins us live from Eagles training camp at 1 o'clock. Not from the airport like some other reporters, all right? Pat Gallen's coming up at 1 o'clock, CBS 3. Let's get to the news at noon with Ray.
Mark's at Middays and it's news at noon. NEWS news at noon. Mark's at Middays and it's news at noon. Come get your news with Ray. Fire!
All right, let's start with an old 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast with Carmelo Anthony and Amon Shumpert, because this made its way to my timeline, and I'm kind of interested in it. For all the knockoff leagues that we have out there, your UFLs, I know the Big Three's coming to a close at some point soon this summer. I'm actually in on this idea. Shumpert says he was out at one of these benefiting basketball classics, and they had guys going one-on-one. And the idea of guys going one-on-one for prize money is the way some of these streaming services that don't have NBA games could get in on the basketball action. Here's them breaking down a little bit about what they want to see.
I hope the rest of the league, guys, I hope y'all settle old beefs like this. That's raw. Yeah, that's raw as hell.
Yeah.
I just think it was entertaining to see them do face-offs, like act like boxers, but be hooping, even though it did kind of get cagey.
It got a little
sticky
staticky
for a second, but it was good for the atmosphere of they are playing for $200,000.
Now, guys that make $200 million, unless you blow through it, you're out. But some of these rotational guys, end of the bench guys that don't end up making an entire life earnings in the NBA, going one-on-one, being brought out UFC style with the crowd going crazy, I could be talked into going to an event like that, or watching an event like that, or throwing a couple dollars down on an event like that. I'm in on this one-on-one idea.
Is that league out there? It's out there, right?
He was saying he went to some event that had something like that.
I saw that too, and it was something like Dwight Howard was involved, and he's involved with all this stuff. But and Shaq was actually commentating on it, so I think that this thing is out there. I haven't watched it.
Were they involved business-wise? Is that why they were talking about it? Were they influencing it?
Shump could be in it.
Yeah, Shump could be in it.
But I'm in. I need someone to direct me to it then, because it has not popped up for me. I have not seen this thing pop in.
No, me neither.
I'm in on this. I mean, again, the best athletes that you could get for it, probably not there because of the money they'll make in the NBA. But give me a one-on-one of two college guys that were before NIL that are looking to make $200,000.
Well, I mean, also, it's not just about money, because even if you've made a lot of money, if there's money to be made, people are in. I think, like, for example, and this will be criticism of LeBron, I never felt like he would do the dunk contest because he didn't want to lose.
Right.
Meanwhile, Kobe was like, let's go. Right? Jordan did it. It was important for the league. So do some of these guys not want to lose one-on-one to somebody else?
Yeah, you can see that. Man,
right? That's I think what keeps you out. If you've made enough money, you're like, $200,000 to potentially lose on television.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, so I'd be out.
Shump went through a divorce with Tiana Taylor. Do you know who she is, John? She's an
sounds
actress.
like she's good.
She's a smoke. Her body.
Tiana Taylor?
Yeah, her body is absurd. She is in unbelievable shape. She was just in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. She won the award. The movie was a little rough, I'm not going to lie, but she very good at what she does.
Is that right? And that's looking good, or is it the actress part of it?
I would say both.
Okay.
Like Donovan. Anyways, the divorce. Good grief.
She's got I know who she is. She's got the short hair.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty.
Yes.
She's got the Halle Berry type.
I wasn't lying, was I?
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Tell me about that body.
Yeah, see, you always go for the...
Well, wait, that's what she's known for.
Okay, I'm sure her and a lot of other people.
Anyway, yeah, me. When people talk about me, they're like, Brace and that body. Shump lost half his $30 million fortune, $300,000 Maybach, and has to pay $8,000 per month in childcare.
I do remember seeing that before.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So he needs the cash.
Why don't you just stay together?
He said he's never getting married again.
Well, that would be smart.
Yeah.
And that's my words of wisdom to people out there, too.
Shumpert's a good-looking cat, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah.
He won Dance with the Stars.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. He's talented.
Huh. All right.
He's with ESPN, right?
How about that?
How about that?
All right.
The analyst game. All right. Moving on. We'll keep it with former NBA players here. Let's go a little white chocolate in your life. Jason Williams, his podcast with Barstool, asked the question about weddings, whether he's a fan. What does he do at weddings?
I don't
weddings, bro. Yeah, man.
You never went to like a teammate's wedding?
Never.
What?
How about my wife was in one of my teammates' weddings, and I didn't even go.
Really? I don't think he's saying it for the cameras there. I think he genuinely doesn't like weddings. It did show up to a teammate's wedding, even though his wife was in it. I believe him.
I believe him too
on that one. How do you hate weddings?
Oh, Ray, you're young.
Yeah, who knows?
You're young. You like weddings, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when I was young, I loved weddings too. And then I had one summer or 1 year that I think me and my wife were involved with like 7 weddings, and it was just like, all right, I'm tapped out.
But it seems like he doesn't like weddings at all. Because going to a wedding, Fred, like, I agree with you. Being in somebody's wedding is an honor. It's also a lot.
Yes.
Bachelor parties, you got to get the tux, you got to pay for stuff, you got to commit to the timer. Showing up and watching the short ceremony, hopefully, and going to the what do you call it, the cocktail hour.
Yep,
it's the best thing ever.
Oh yeah,
that's Ray.
Yeah, I've got wedding in September, 2 weddings in October, a wedding in November, a wedding in January. I'm loaded up here, and I'm gonna be in 3 of the weddings coming up in like 6 months.
Sounds about right.
You'll be singing a different tune after all that's over. Trust me.
Now, Ray, since you're single, do you ever get lucky as the single guy at the wedding? Is that a good place to be?
I mean, it's a good place to meet people. I can't tell you I've been to like 2 weddings as a single guy. Like, this is the first real round of it.
So I won't mention who it is, but I'll just say a friend. They had it was whoever the officiant was, and I don't know who he was. Ended up taking down like one of the bridesmaids.
Nice.
Yeah. No, it was not.
Oh no, it was frowned upon.
It was frowned upon. Yes,
Oh,
it was
okay.
frowned upon. Yeah. So some extra drinks at the wedding, which led to.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Yikes.
Yeah. Look, as long as I get an invite
I could see you being that guy.
Yeah. Well,
in your old days.
My past life. As long as I get an invite to the bachelor party, I'm good on the wedding. I mean, wedding, you could skip me. Save the money.
I like weddings.
Yeah, I'm pro wedding.
The problem with being a parent is now I got to find people to watch the kids, which can be difficult sometimes. So I like going to weddings.
Yeah, I've got a wedding where I'm in a similar circumstance where if anything were to happen to one of the bridesmaids, I'd probably end up dead.
And Ray, I cry every time the bride walks down there.
Oh.
Every single time. I could cry right now thinking about it.
Oh.
Yep. All I do is I picture, I'm like, that's going to be hopefully me one day walking one of my 3 down the aisle. And that's what you picture right away. And you look at the dad and you look at the emotion on his face and you look at the daughter walking her down. And it's like, I'm about to cry about it right now.
I did shed a tear at 2 of my best friends when they got married. The vows got me. And who's crying out?
Well, no, there's Ricky. We're going to talk about Ricky in a second, too.
Okay, good.
But anyway.
But yeah, I got a tear run down the face after the ceremony. Because the vows were really good. My buddy that I roomed with in college was like, I told everybody up on the row I was sitting at, I bet Ray's back there crying right now. And I was like, you're right.
So Sean, are you emotional? See, that's why you don't like to go to the wedding. You just want to drink. You don't care about any of that mushy stuff.
Yeah,
I might have had a few before the ceremony, so that might have helped the emotional status.
About that? My vows were quick. My wife had a little bit more detail than hers, and she said she was going to make me scrambled eggs and bacon for the rest of my life, and she started crying over that. It's held true to a point, but I haven't gotten it every day of my life.
Our vows were, like, the priest told Liz that she has to, like, do you remember this? That, like, she has to, like, don't frown at me when I come home.
Do remember that. Yeah,
like
misread.
Mike missed. Yeah, he brought her on to talk about it.
Misread the calculations.
She's Coptic Orthodox, so it's very old school. So we weren't writing our own vows. It was like, woman.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
School. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, for us, we're just like, all right, get it over with. The ceremony's long. What do I care? I'm not religious.
It was hot.
It was hot. It was very hot in the church that day.
All right. Last one for you here. We'll go from talking weddings to talking Dodgers. Lance Lynn on with Cardinals Territory, the podcast on the Foul Territory Network. And he's describing where I believe most of Major League Baseball Players Association is at right now when it comes to the Dodgers.
The way I see it is there's 29 billionaires bitching about another billionaire doing it better than they can do it. So that's where we're at right now. So it's like, hey, he's hurt our feelings because he's done this, and this. We need to make new rules, and we need to have a this because it's not fair. Every team had the ability to give up 4 or 5 names that people have never heard of for Scooble. They didn't. Dodgers did. Every team had the ability to sign Shohei, Only 3 teams offered him more than whatever.
That's bogus.
The Dodgers are just ahead of everyone, and everyone's upset about it.
I mean, he's right about that, but not every team had a chance to sign Shohei. That's bullcrap. They didn't. He was going to the Dodgers. The Dodgers cooked that contract. The problem is the deferred money. Stop deferring the money.
Yep.
If you want to do an NFL-style salary cap, which nobody's ever going to do because it's stupid, they should just have a regular hard cap. If you want to manipulate it like that within the rules, then fine. What they're doing right now is within the rules. Just get rid of the loophole. If you want to pay these guys the money you want to pay them, no deferring into the future. It needs to cut. Like, if you want to actually pay them in the future, okay, that's fine. But, like, you need to put that on the cap now. It needs to count now. You can't manipulate it like that. And they actually should have to pay the players right now.
I agree. I think that needs to change. That's number one. The Dodgers deserve a lot of credit for their farm system. I will say that.
They're a great organization.
Unbelievable organization, and people rant and rave about it. I saw this one pitcher who pitched for the Cubs, Yankees. I didn't even know who the guy was, but he's like, I pitched for the top teams out there, and the Dodgers, above all, give you the best information and tell you what to do with it. So he speaks volumes about the organization as a whole. Their farm system is incredible, and that's why they're able to get some of these guys. But I'm not going to buy into the fact that the deferred money, that's not a good thing. I don't think it's fair. I think it's ridiculous. I'm also not going to buy into the fact, like you said, with Skubal, were there other teams that could have possibly got him for a rental to give other players? I can buy into that. But I'm telling you, the agent and him wanted to end up in L.A. for the money, and it's L.A.
Similar to LeBron, right? Like, they're able to bully teams or other players to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And to your point, if let's say the Rays, and I don't know what happened in this case, but let's say the Rays, they had a trade package that was a lot better than the Dodgers. Guess where he was getting traded? To the Rays. Because you know what I'd say if I was the Rays? Hey, I know you want to go to L.A. Tough. You're coming here. If you don't like it, you're going to look bad.
Scott Boras is his agent.
Go figure.
Yeah, so it's like, you really think that they didn't have their hands on the scale? They're weighing things?
No, and it would make sense. He probably has a lot of Dodger clients. I don't know if he's Mookie Betts or not, but he's been doing it for years. Look at the Nationals with Bryce Harper. That was a Boras-run team. What's Rizzo? Not Frank Rizzo, but what was the Rizzo guy's name?
Anthony Rizzo.
No. He used to run the Nationals.
Oh,
Scott Boras might as well have been the GM of the team. For crying out loud.
Mike Rizzo.
Mike Rizzo, yes, not Frank Rizzo.
Hey, Rizzo.
Not from the Jerky Boys, Frank Rizzo, not the former mayor, Frank Rizzo.
I was talking about the Jerky Boys yesterday.
Still laugh out loud to this day.
I was talking about that yesterday because somebody was talking to me about Howard Stern. And I'm like, honestly, I was a big Stern guy, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to ask me who had more of an impact on my life, I'd say the Jerky Boys.
The Jerky Boys? Who's your favorite Jerky Boys character? God. Kissel?
I want to talk to Kissel.
All right, this is Kissel.
Stupid.
Ray? Ricky just walked by. I don't know if you can hear this right now, but we have, all right, so by the way, Pat Gallen, CBS 3. We're going to talk Eagles at 1 o'clock. So humor us on a couple minutes on this, then we'll talk to Pat coming up at 1 o'clock, all right? But, so, it's been well known that you kind of, gimmethevin.com, and we all talked about it, you did a really, really good commercial for gimmethevin.com. So easy you could do it in your underwear.
I was so excited.
It was a great run. Now, you were doing that pro bono. You weren't getting paid for it because when you're a producer, they ask you to read a commercial. You're like, yeah, I would love to read a commercial. You're happy to do it, right? But then you do the commercial, and it sounds really good, and you're thinking, like, all right, well, maybe I should get an endorsement for that. So that commercial's not running anymore. I heard it today for the first time. Did Ricky Metallico snake a commercial from you? Is Ricky singing the GimmeAVin.com commercial? Here's how it sounded right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Sugarcoat it. If you got a car sitting in the driveway and you don't want it anymore, don't waste your time dealing with the tire kickers or lowball offers. Just go to gimmethevin.com. They'll make you a real offer fast. And here's my favorite part. If they can't beat your CarMax or Carvana offer, they'll give you $100. That's confidence. Just punch in your VIN or your license plate, and they'll even come pick up the vehicle. It's fast, it's easy, and it just makes sense. GimmeTheVin.com. You know the jingle. It's so easy you could do it in your underwear.
Hold on a second. Now, did you know that this was happening?
I had no idea.
Because Paul Blake, our big boss, had commented to you Ray, that's a really good read.
He did. He said that in front of me.
You heard? I didn't hear you.
We
told
were
me he
getting
said
on
that.
the elevator. Paul was like, hold up.
And it was a really, really good ad. Ricky takes money out of your pocket. You're making measly peanuts as a producer.
I wasn't even an all-star in 96, John.
It's unbelievable. And Ricky stoops so low that he's singing so easy you can do it in your underwear. I mean, listen, if that's what the company wants, the Ricky,
I mean, it is Ricky.
It is Ricky.
Give him the heater.
I didn't pin Ricky for singing GimmeTheVin.com so easy you could do it in your underwear.
Me neither. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of candidates around here I could see singing it. Ricky was the last.
I wonder if we went head-to-head and had a vote on it. Who did the jingle better?
So Ray didn't do the jingle on the commercial. We made him do the jingle separately, right?
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
And then Ricky stole that from you.
Everything I had in this life. Ricky
So if
took.
you don't have dinner tonight, it's because of Ricky.
I'm starving right now. I haven't eaten all day.
Elio's pizza box in the freezer for you.
All right, thanks, Ricky. All right, we need to isolate just him singing so easy you can do it in your underwear. I mean, the bottom line is GimmeTheVin.com is a great website, and you should check it out. And you can get $100 if they don't match the same offer as some of the other places. I like that. All right, there he is, Rig Metallico, Cold Stone Snake. Coming up next, live from Eagles training camp, Pat Gowan of CBS 3, our old buddy, an alumni of the Fanatic.
That's right.
Joins us live from camp and update on the Eagles. Back after this.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Latest on the beat, I'm Ray Dunn for this Fanatic Sports Update. President of Basketball Operations Mike Ganzi joined us earlier today to talk about a number of things going on with the 76ers. Obviously luring LeBron James, the recruitment that went into getting him, the Jaylen Brown deal, and gave us an update on Joel Embiid's health.
He's healthy. Like, there's no restrictions. He's already been in the gym. He's been working in the weight room. I think he's lifting 5 days a week, and his body looks good. He's trimmed down a little bit. So, like, he's in great shape. He's in a great space.
You can listen to our full conversation with Ganzi on our website, the Fanatic app, or our YouTube channel. The Phillies last night found a 5-0 win over the Nationals. They've now won back-to-back games over the Nats to open up the 4-game set. Luis Arraez, a pair of hits, pair of RBIs in the win. Jesus Luzardo went 8 innings, struck out 7, did not allow a run. Andrew Painter gets to start tonight for the Phils. Eagles training camp day 6 today. Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon, both out due to hamstring strains. No Lane Johnson again. Landon Dickerson getting a day to rest. This update is brought to you by the McComb Group. Visit McCombGroup.com. The McComb Group Sports Contractors is one of the largest PVF inventories from pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands. Count the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
We're back. Middays with Marks. Pat Gallen's going to join us live from Eagles training camp. He's down there stalking around. We haven't, as a show, I don't know what you guys did when I was on vacation. I know you had BLG on, but we really haven't talked a lot about Eagles training camp.
We did, and then that was the day that LeBron James signed.
And then the rest has been history with the trade deadline. So now that things have settled down a little bit, probably a lot more Eagles conversation. So we'll get to Pat coming up here in a second. Ray.
Yeah, it was a football guy Friday. We were teasing Buxton audio, and then we started talking about Rory's sex life. And that's what all happened.
You were talking about Rory McIlroy's sex life?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. And then LeBron James. So where were you when LeBron James signed as a Sixer? Ray was talking about Rory McIlroy's sex
I
life.
still can't get over it. The clip of the breaking news starts with Sean. Well, as I always say, we have romances. And it's like, all right, never mind.
Yeah, I know you said something before, but I had no idea what the context was.
It was us talking about Rory McIlroy and the womanizer that he was.
Yeah.
How about that?
Rory in his long drive game. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, he's got a good driver, I heard. All right, so before we get to Pat, let's get to the Davis Honda text line. Ray, I think a Jerky Boy character has called in. I'm not sure. What do we got? No, you don't have it? Oh, I thought so. You didn't type that up. It was.
Nice.
All right, never mind.
That's all right. Speaking of love and football, obviously we all love football. There's an interesting video that was on the timeline yesterday from a great quarterback. Some might say top 5, maybe third ranked, Justin Herbert, who is now newly engaged and sitting on the practice field with his fiancée, who's very famous, as she is brushing his hair behind his ear, and they are literally laying on the field staring at each other. I promise you this. I have never pulled for Justin Herbert to ever be bad, but this year, man, I want to see that dude fall flat on his face.
Sean, I will guarantee you this. I don't think he falls flat on his face because he's got a good coach and he's talented.
Yes.
And he's got some talent. That dude will never win anything.
Oh, dude.
You would have thought about being neutered. You're done. You don't recover from that. You don't. Not from the visual. From if that's where you are as an athlete, where she's brushing your hair on the sideline of a training camp practice.
That's L.A. I almost said San Diego, but that's Southern California vibe out there. And I just, whoa, what are we doing? And I understand the family aspect. The Eagles have plenty of family members. They all play catch afterwards. I'm sure that a wife did that. This was Justin Herbert. You can't be filmed doing that.
There's no wife that's brushing somebody's hair on the sideline of training camp.
Not Jalen Hurts.
But maybe coincidentally, Pat Gallen of CBS 3, I heard his wife has brushed his hair because he does have beautiful hair. Sean Bryce.
He does.
And Pat joins us right now, live from Eagles training camp. What's up, Pat?
Yo, boys. Wow, this is like jumping in the throwback machine here.
I know. You're coming up with Matt Martucci at 2 o'clock?
The DeLorean. Hop in.
So, Pat, give us your Fanatic resume. When did you start doing – and where were you before? Because I remember we got to know each other, and then I was an advocate for you coming here with the Fanatic. You did sports updates, you did hosting, and then you started doing TV, and you're like, I don't need to do that anymore. But what were your years at the Fanatic?
Yeah, you were a big part of me getting there. So I started
09?
In 2012, I believe. So I was there for about 3.5 years, started in 2012. Before that, I was at 97.3 ESPN down in South
Mike
Jersey
Gill.
with the great Mike Gill. Yeah. So I was there for a couple of years as well. And I was doing Phillies Nation, and that was huge at the time. This was like right after they went on those, the run from 07 to 2011. And we were doing Phillies Nation TV, which was airing on Comcast Sportsnet at the time, which is now NBC Sports Philadelphia. But we had that show for a couple of years. So I was doing the TV thing, the radio thing, and then you helped me get in at the Fanatic in 2012, which actually started as the Phillies beat reporter for about a year, and then that gradually became more. I did the Sunday show with Matt Martucci for a couple of years. I did the weekends with you and Brace. I was just a guy that threw pretty much anywhere.
Yep. Yeah. No. Because Pat's a true radio guy. When you see his beautiful hair and he's on TV, and it's like, man, he's a TV guy. Nah, he's got radio roots. So do you know what that means, Sean? He's just not reading the teleprompter. This dude can talk sports.
Oh, that's right.
He can get dirty with us.
He filled in one time.
I tell kids all the time, too, that, like, you know, the best thing that I ever did was start in radio before getting into TV, because if you can do 4 hours on radio, you can do 4 minutes on TV like it's nothing.
No, you're right about that. No, I remember one memory for me, for Pat, was he filled in for you. We were at Andy's Diner in Conshohocken, and Pat was a soccer guy. I was not. So this is like 2011. And I remember, like, I'm like, I got so much going on. And Pat's like, oh, man, you got to give soccer a shot. Soccer's great. And I'm like, I got too much going on. And then all of a sudden I got bit by the soccer bug and became, I love soccer. Yeah. That happened after that. But Pat was.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's really cool, though.
Yep.
You've been doing great things with that.
Well, listen, those days are in the past, because you've been with CBS 3 for, is it over a decade now? Did I just see a 10-year anniversary pop up on the timeline?
Yeah, it's actually 11 years. Just a couple of weeks ago was my 11-year anniversary at CBS. It's crazy how quickly time goes, man. But yeah, over a decade there, and gotten to do some pretty cool things. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for, you know, the Fanatic and where I started.
And go ahead, John.
No, I was going to say, CBS News Philadelphia nominated for 41. Does that say 41?
Yeah, but the local Emmys are fraudulent anyway.
Don't see it. Don't even start.
Everybody has local Emmys, Pat. Sorry, I don't mean to rip you.
They just
Don't
posted
hate
it.
on it.
They
Don't
just
hate on it. We
posted
got
it.
41 nominations.
Wow. Well, congratulations to you and your crew up there, man.
I'm halfway kidding.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
You've done great. You know, I'm proud of you. One last thing, then we'll talk about the Eagles. Pat was a part of the dinner table. Do you remember this at the Super Bowl in Minneapolis? It was Pat Gowan sitting next to Andrew Bach, who was a radio guy, a local guy that was out in California. He's out in California in the Bay Area. I sat next to Cordell Stewart. It was Cordell Stewart and me, and then Pat and Andrew Bach at some chain restaurant in the Mall of America. You remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah, that's a story I tell pretty often, because it's just one of those weird things that happens at a Super Bowl where you sit down to eat, you're having drinks with people. Cordell Stewart shows up, sits down, has dinner with us, regales us with his stories. I forget specifically what we talked about. I'm sure we talked about the throw or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, from back in Colorado.
He liked my shirt. He was gripping up my shirt. It was from the Bloomingdale's.
I remember that. I do remember that.
All right. So you've been at Eagles practice. I know you work a hell of a lot harder than a lot of us in radio do, because you got to go down, you got to watch practice, you got to do everything else. So far, it's training camp. This is a team with a resume, but it's also a team with some new faces. A.J. Brown's not here. You have some young wide receivers. You've had some injuries and things like that. Observations so far with what you've seen at camp?
Well, the defense is really good. I think we know that. Vic Fangio was singing the praises of Jalen Carter today, which, you know, Vic, he doesn't really sing the praises of many people, but he said that he was looking pretty good to this point. You know, the little things in Jalen Carter's game are getting better, and he attributed that to him being healthy. He dealt with the shoulder issues last year. He said Jordan Davis, him taking the step forward, he's in better shape. Reek Woolen looks really good. So we all know that, though, right? Like, we know the defense is going to be pretty good. The talent there is undeniable. He gave Trot Jr. a shout. He gave Makuba a shout. But it's on the offensive side that I think everybody is clearly looking at. And if anybody tells you they know anything about this offense, I think they're lying right now, because it's clearly a work in progress. And then you throw in the fact that Devontae's missed a couple of days here. Mekhi Lemon's missed a couple of days here. Right. Landon Dickerson was out today. Lane's been out with personal reasons for the last couple of days. So this is a mix and match offense right now that's still trying to learn what Sean Mannion wants to do from them. We've seen some good moments. We've seen some not so good moments. That's to be expected. But I don't really think you can give a firm opinion on anything until we start to see these guys in game action, and probably a little bit too when we get up to New England in a couple of weeks for that joint practice.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. A.J. Brown was already talking about, we talking about practice. He dropped the AI line. Pretty funny stuff there. Mm-hmm. Pat, I'm curious. Are you in Club Hertz, or are you with my partner over here in Objective Club Hertz?
Is this in regards to the list that has surfaced?
Just a matter of.
So he's not. Pat's not up on the.
Well, just a matter of when it comes to Jalen Hurts. Are you more of, hey man, this guy delivers, all he does is win, or are you more objective, like, he could do a little bit better?
Give him the music. Sean needs the music when we do it. Pat,
Get on over to the right side of this conversation. It's Club Hertz. We need you in. Card-carrying member as you're down there at Lincoln Financial Field covering his team every single Sunday. We're talking about number one, the Super Bowl MVP, a guy that outperformed Patrick Mahomes not one, but 2 times. There's no room for objective Club Hertz members. There's only one club. It's Club Hertz. Are you in or are you out?
Well, Race, I'm sorry to break it to you,
no.
but as a journalist and no longer a radio guy,
shut up.
I like to play things down the middle. I mean, how could you not be a Hertz guy? Look, we know there are some limitations to his game. That's why I'm so excited to see him in this offense for a year, because he can shut up the critics who say he can't throw over the middle, who say he can't do certain things. But the resume speaks for itself. The guy is a winner at the highest level. Yeah, again, there are things I would like to see him do better, but I think we'll get the opportunity to see that or not in this style of offense. So I can't say I'm a card-carrying member. As a journalist, I'm right down the middle.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. We're gonna put one in the mail. It just sounds like you're gonna Club Hertz. So we'll get a card over to you. We'll see what we can do with that.
To his point, if you're being objective, that's what objective Club Hertz is about. Pat, every time that he's been doubted and he needed to answer the bell, what has he done? He's responded.
Yes.
So if you don't think he's going to respond this year after a down year last year, and how down was it? Passing offense was not good. There's no doubt about it. New offensive coordinator, bad offensive coordinator last year. If you're not expecting Jalen Hurts to respond, then I don't know what you've been watching since he's been an Eagle and since really when he was in college. So he better
highs and
respond.
low lows,
Yep.
right? Like and we see that on a week-to-week basis. That Super Bowl, though, you mentioned it, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes. That was one of the greatest performances I maybe have ever seen in that Super Bowl in New Orleans. And I had like a bird's eye view of everything. And some of the throws he was – I mean, the Devontae throw, obviously.
The dagger.
Incredible. The dagger. But then, maybe it's just there's a Week 4 game against Tampa, and he's not laying it all out on the line. That's just who he's been throughout his career. But in the biggest moments, he has shown up, and that I think is still in there. But I am truly looking forward to seeing where this offense goes, and it might not look the same. You get into Week 1, it might look different in Week 6 or in Week 12. And the hope is that the trajectory is upward with this offense, and I think it can be.
Well, just check your mailbox down there at CBS 3. Premium status, Club Hertz, official membership card coming your way. There's only one rule. You got to defend number one. That's it.
All right, I'll look for the card. Thanks, Brace.
There he is. One thing, and we're talking to Pat Gallen, CBS 3. When you talk about how this year doesn't go 11 or 12 wins and they don't win the division, offensive line. I still am concerned about the offensive line. Seems like Mailata is healthy. Lane Johnson, you may have the same thing where he's injured, he's not injured. But really, Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens, they weren't good last year. And, the line's not good enough to have those guys not effective and not healthy. What have you seen so far from the offensive line? Do they look healthy? Does it look like more of the offensive line we saw the Super Bowl year?
Yeah, when all the guys have been out there, they've looked pretty healthy, but we've only seen a couple of days of Lane, and as I said, he's been out with for personal reasons. Landon was on the sidelines today, but they all look healthy, and from what we can see, that'll obviously be a good thing. Mailata, I talked to Jordan actually before camp started, and he had nagging things throughout the year last year that he feels much better about now. Had a good off season. He feels strong, looks the same. It just comes down to Landon and Cam. And I don't think Cam's missed any time in this camp. So that's a positive, because I know he was really dealing with some major back issues. We know the whole thing with like the stem cell therapy and all that. But again, that's another thing that comes down to the reps, and then in actual gameplay, what is it going to look like? Because we're not going to see any of these guys in preseason games. So you'll see them for 2 days in New England. Pay attention to that, and then Week 1, and that's pretty much it. So I think they're just trying to get these guys to the starting line actually healthy.
That's right. Now, Pat, since you're down there at those practices, and there's only been a few, don't get me wrong, but what type of celebrities are we talking? Who's checking the team out? I know Gansey
yesterday.
Yesterday is pretty cool. Who else has been in attendance that caught your attention?
Gansey yesterday, and I actually caught him again over at he was throwing out the first pitch at the Phillies game. Talked to him over there for a minute.
We had him on this morning too, Gansey.
It was good.
Yeah, he was very good. Who else was there now?
He's good. Jeremy Macklin was there today.
Wow. Throwback.
Celebrities that I've seen. Actually talked to the world-famous band from Philadelphia, the Hooters. Their drummer, David Wosakinen, who has, if you know anything about local music, he's a legend here in Philly. He was there. He's a huge Eagles fan. He was there with a bunch of his buddies, some of his bandmates. Who else did I see today? No one that stood out today.
Yeah, it's still early. Yeah.
All right, there he is. What's your TV schedule? What's the big TV start? What you have news? Early news today? Late news? What do you got?
Well, I got 4, 5, and 6.
Oh yeah.
On CBS News Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
And then this Sunday is Sports Zone, which you know well, Johnny Marks. You've been on a guest on Sports Zone on Sunday
Many
nights.
times.
CBS. Beyond that, that's pretty much it. During the week, doing the training camp, we got Phillies headed down the stretch here. LeBron, Sixers. That's going to take up a lot of our time. Man, I can't wait. I do need some sleep, though. I'm not going to lie about it.
All right, there he is. He did it again. Pat Gallen.
Great to see you, Pat.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you.
You're the best.
All right,
thanks, guys.
Thanks, Pat. There he is, Pat Gallen. And you know how Pat made his and he won't commit to Club Hertz because he says he's a respected
He's a journalist, yeah. But it sounded like he was more.
He's a Club Hertz.
Yeah. How could you not be? And again, he referenced those throws, the dagger.
Good throw.
How about the throw to AJ and the crossing route?
I mean, listen, pretty much every quarterback in the NFL should make that throw.
They said I was a diva.
Just saying. Well, we talk about throws that Jalen Hurts makes that are pretty standard throws.
Oh, come on. He puts it on the money on the
right? Objective Club Hurts.
Whoa. I'm still Club Hurts.
No, but I'm saying that, I'm not saying there weren't good throws, but I'm also not going over the top.
It was the dagger, Johnny.
It's a great throw.
Dagger.
Ignore the score of the game.
Do you know Pat? I think he was freelancing for CBS 3, and then a big snowstorm happened. So I'm at home, and I have because I know he's doing it. So now I'm stuck at home. I'm watching CBS 3, and Pat's doing the snowstorm coverage. He's at a Wawa or somewhere on top of a big snow mound, and I'm like, this dude's going to get a full-time gig from his reporting.
Oh yeah.
And he told me afterwards from doing radio because they throw it to you at a snowstorm. You're not reporting on anything other than you're at a snowstorm. You got to meet people that are coming out of a Wawa or do whatever, and he killed it.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Well, you're a TV guy.
Yeah, and sports anchoring is teleprompter. For the most part, those Sunday shows are a whole different world. But those hits are
they're short segments.
90 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. My guy Shred used to yell at me. He'd be like, give me 4th package in there. I'm like, Shred, that means I got to talk a little bit more. Like, no, give me 3 highlights. Keep it moving. That's it. But not to say that it's easy because, man, those lights are on and, it comes at you fast. I will tell you this, pause. The most talented people in the news, and Pat would agree with this, the meteorologists. Those people are incredible because they don't have a teleprompter. The ones that I worked with, Sue.
Sue Serio.
Yep.
Cecily, who just recently retired.
Oh, God, yeah. Monica at PHL 17. These guys and girls don't have a teleprompter. So they go up there. They're clicking the buttons. They got this script in the back of their head. And it's not easy. That's not easy. And that falls into the category of BS and
you're not reading off the
Wawa.
teleprompter. Yeah, I mean, in my next life, I might be a TV meteorologist. I could pull it off.
I want to do a side quest summer next year where I do things like this.
Side
where it's
quest
just
summer.
me doing random things across
Thank the show sheet,
Philadelphia
Ray.
area.
Thank the show sheet.
We ran too close to football season for it to come up.
Yeah, I kind of want to do the same thing. I wanted to go to Manco and make pizzas for a night.
Yeah,
and you videotape.
Oh.
That'd be fun.
Go to Wegmans and collect carts when it's 100 degrees out.
Nice.
I know too
That's
many
my
people
dream.
that did that in high school. I'm out. I'm out.
That's my dream.
Side quests.
Yep.
All right.
No, I decided when I retire at 60, I'm going to be a lifeguard. I'm going to be a Ventnor City lifeguard.
I think we got some other ideas for side quests in Kensington. Let's put Ray in Kensington for some side quests. What do you say about that?
Don't make fun of him.
Come on. Why do I?
Well, he lives close to it.
Yeah, exactly. That was what's going through my mind.
Yeah. Oftentimes you're seen on the avenue.
It's a nice walk. Gotta get the legs moving. 10,000 steps a day.
That's what they say.
So let's do some quick Phillies news here. Austin Hayes is going to be placed on waivers by the White Sox. Did not work out a couple years ago with the Phillies. I don't know what he's doing this year. The bigger point is Solar has been designated for assignment, right-handed bat. McCutchen is out of a minor league contract with the Braves. Was he with the Braves? I don't even know he was with the Braves. So there might be a couple of right-handed bats on the market that the Phillies could grab. What did Austin Hayes do this year? I mean,
He
the
was
White
hurt
Sox
for a good amount. He was about to be activated, or seemed like he was about to be activated.
So maybe is it a numbers game?
Maybe.
They don't.
Yeah.
Aren't the White Sox a playoff team? I think they just got
Everyone in the Central, man. Everyone except the Royals and the Twins, apparently.
Yeah, White Sox kind of arrived a lot sooner than people thought.
Oh, yeah. White Sox are rolling. They're in first place.
Yeah, last time we saw Austin Hayes was May 1st.
Okay. All right, what did he do last year? It was such a disaster when they traded for him here because he gave nothing and they needed it. He also got a kidney infection, which really, like, after that, he just didn't do anything. I mean, I feel like you got to try to get one of these bats. You know, like, with all due respect to De La Cruz.
I don't know if you heard Dombrowski,
No,
man.
I did.
De La Cruz has earned this opportunity.
Do you think Does Kutch just realize he's not making it back to the majors, so he quits? Or does he have a team that's interested in him? I'm just saying. You bring Larry McCutchen back. All right?
Play where?
Well, he's your right-handed bat. You can play some left field?
He hasn't been a left fielder, really. He's been a DH. That's probably him and Soler. I mean, aside from the fact that they haven't been able to hit the major league level this year.
Okay, Soler's a good point. But McCutchen can't play left field? No?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're getting kind of into Schwarber territory there.
Well, what
I
about...
love Kutch.
I
got
don't know
the
about
jersey.
that.
Yeah, move.
Schwarber territory? Really? Okay. All right.
Did you guys bring up Matt Strom? Did you see that?
He got released.
Correct.
Designated for assignment. He was the disaster. What a great trade by Dombrowski.
7 ERA plus. Yeah.
Because look at what Boland's done for the Phillies. He's been great.
Yeah, well, I don't know if there's any room for that conversation.
Remember what he said on his way out of town.
So that's the thing. You got to mend fences.
Oh, then
He ain't coming back.
There's no need. Yeah, there's no time for that.
No, not only did he, I mean, he really talked his way out of town.
Thing is, though, can you put your egos aside?
Yeah, but he also complained about the way that they prepare.
Yeah, the PFPs.
It was everything.
And
Yeah,
Dave, it's
What was
he
PFP
didn't-
stand for? What was that?
It's pitching fielding practice.
Oh,
there's no way Dombrowski's bringing him back. None.
yeah,
They
that's.
just traded for a lefty.
He wasn't even good.
No, he's been bad. He's been bad this year.
Yeah, he's cooked.
No, but like he basically was killing Dave Dombrowski on the way out the door. So anyway,
Yeah, he's got a hobby to fall back on. Big card collector.
good. Go open some boxes, put it on your Instagram. Or
Let's rip some packs, dude.
I'm just trying to see if, just trying to see how McCutchen did.
I got new Pokemon over here, man.
Yeah, I guess he's out because he's out. He was released by the Braves.
Did you see that card show? The father and son stole that $15,000 card, Mahomes. What a
I did not.
SCUM.
By the way, earlier we talked about how in the morning show we're looking for a producer.
Yes.
Can I take that video down? I just looked at my email.
Oh, I love it. How many?
Easily 50.
Oh, I was gonna say I would take the over on that. That's easy.
I just posted it a couple hours ago.
It's a great get, man. That was an incredible gig. If you can become on this show, morning show producer,
Become the next Ray Dunn.
Yeah.
Coming up, do we need to convene Club Hertz from the latest The Athletic put out? Once again, Hertz is the below-average quarterback, according to executives.
This is why we created it.
Sirianni didn't even make top 15 coach, according to some list I saw out there.
Wow.
I'll have to find that.
I'm the dumbest coach in the world.
He wasn't an honorable mention. They had the top 10, and then they had the honorable mentions, didn't even make it.
Were we in a debate?
5 for 5 with playoffs. Yeah, we can have fun with them.
So
and,
much good.
Like, come on, man. What are we doing? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 975.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Latest from Mike Gansey. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Morgan Medical. Losing your hair, wish you could do something about it. Call the trusted team at Morgan Medical, because where you go matters. Call 610-831-AIR. Someone that doesn't need Morgan Medical, Mike Gansey. He joined us, beautiful hair and all, over Zoom earlier on in the show. Talked about a number of things about this Sixers offseason, and then gave us an update on Joel Embiid.
He's healthy. Like, there's no restrictions. He's already been in the gym. He's been working in the weight room. I think he's lifting 5 days a week, and his body looks good. He's trimmed down a little bit. So, like, he's in great shape. He's in a great space.
You can listen to our full conversation with Gansey on our website, Fanatic app, or watch it on our YouTube channel. Last night, the Phils won 5-0 over the Nationals. Tonight, they have their third game of the 4-game set. Andrew Painter taking the mound for the Phillies. In last night's game, Luis Arraez made his debut, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs for him in the win. Day 6 of Eagles training camp is today. Devontae Smith not practicing, Mekhi Lemon not practicing, Lane Johnson absent again from practice, and Landon Dickerson getting a day of rest. This update brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public Health works behind the scenes, building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
1 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restorations. Great teams stick together, so does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration Championship results. Visit MorgensternHair.com. That's Morgan with an E. MorgensternHair.com. 610-831-HAIR. 3 locations: Lancaster, Wayne, Pennsylvania, Bala Cynwyd, Pennsylvania. Here's the pitch. Swing a long drive. There it is. Luis Ariz, single. You're going to be getting a lot of singles, man.
That was a
Dude
good
can
one.
hit.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Side quests are coming in as we speak. Shout out to Martin Roach. He tweeted us. He's actually holding it down in Sea Isle at the point, and he's got us on the screens, boys. How about that?
That's huge for me. I love the point.
Yeah, beautiful. Look at that, John. Beautiful day in Sea Isle City. Smile, baby.
The weather sucks here. It's not. I guess it's not bad down there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
All right. Shout out.
Yeah, Martin's got us on the screens. We dig that, pal. He said, hey, come bartend with us down at the point. Don't tempt me with a good time there, Martin.
See, the issue is me as a bartender, which is why I've never pursued it. Yeah, it's the old can't get high on your own supply type thing. Like,
Yeah. No one knows.
I feel like,
Yeah, a little this, a little that.
Yeah, why can't you? Take a shot. It's not like you're sitting there with a beer drinking in
Yeah.
front of everybody. You do a shot,
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah, don't do that.
yeah, I wouldn't do that.
You gotta have a little WD-40.
So, Ray, being that I already think you have a problem with drinking, I would not recommend being a bartender.
Hey, Ray.
Thanks,
All
man.
right? Just when he needs to be involved with alcohol even more.
I feel like if I'm making money at the bar as compared to what I'm doing right now at the bar, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's a so my buddy used to own a bar, and you don't as a bar owner you don't want to always be there because it annoys the staff and everybody else. But if you're running the place,
you have to be there.
You have to be there all the time. You're the face of the place.
Correct.
And guess what that means? It means you're going to be doing a lot of entertaining. It means you're going to be doing a lot of drinking. It's just a tough lifestyle, man.
Yeah, it is.
It is a grind. Working in the restaurant business or the bar business, man, it wasn't for me, that's for sure.
I love
quit.
it.
Yeah, Sean wants to quit radio to be a bartender.
No. Remember, that was always the comments that I was going to be cutting limes for the rest of my life. How about that? I'm back.
You'll be back to cutting limes soon enough.
But I will always be in the industry, and I still am to a point. I just now play music. Because
Right.
I'm too old to bartend. My back,
you're
my legs.
DJ Sean Brace.
Yeah, so I DJ. That's
Now,
my cycle.
now, does the new Brace and Dunn show, will that help you in your DJ business?
It could. You know,
You don't do weddings, but you do divorce parties and things like that.
Love a good divorce party.
We're not kidding either.
Shout out to Tara, good
All
friend
right.
of the program.
There we go. So listen, this would go in the category of club hurts, because Ray, I guess the Athletic, so now they have a list. They waited everybody out for their quarterback list, and now they have one.
Yeah.
Okay, so because now you actually have, it's like, oh, we haven't had a quarterback list in a week. Here's a new one. What do we got?
If you could believe it, they talked to executives across the NFL to rank their favorite quarterbacks.
Is this Mike Sando?
Uh-huh.
I thought so. All right.
Jalen Hurts.
All right,
Where
hold
do you
on.
think he falls?
17.
Wow.
Sean, have you seen?
I have not, but everything is around 17. So why would this be any different?
17 on the dot.
Get out of here. Thank you.
Come on.
Yep.
Out of here.
Yep. Straight down the middle, 16. He can't even get that, so you put him at 17.
Yep, you can't even get that. He is, once again, right behind Trevor Lawrence. Just above Lawrence would be one Sam Darnold. Above Darnold, Baker Mayfield.
Darnold's even disrespected, though.
Jaden Daniels. Work your way on up. You get to Caleb Williams. So, yeah, that's the company he's keeping behind right now. But Jalen Hurts comes in at 17. And if you look at the way his voting has gone, he's been in Tier 2 now. This is still a Tier 2 quarterback at 17. For the last 4 years. He was Tier 3 going into 2022. Since the big 2022 season, he's been a Tier 2 quarterback to them. There's people that are hesitant about him without A.J. Brown. And you don't want to count on Hurts to win a game unless it's a go ball, which is a 50-50 ball. And except he's had A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, who can go catch it. His best plays are off schedule. It'll be less sustainable as he gets older, and you can't keep cycling through coordinators.
Well, it's still the same old song and dance that's being written about him. And I'm not here to say that he is the perfect quarterback, but the way that they write these things up, it just seems like, man, this guy can't play. Seems like this guy's Will Levis, some of their minds. I just don't understand it, other than, like I said, there is reality behind some of the things that they do say.
Sure.
But also, I am not going to lose sight of the fact that it is Philadelphia during list season, and he plays the most important position. So if you go ahead and give Jonas flowers, you ain't going to get too much of a response. But you drop him to 17, we're talking about a Super Bowl MVP being disrespected in that manner. Yeah, we're going to get engaged.
So how come a lot of other quarterbacks get the benefit of the doubt?
Oh, yeah.
Like, why wouldn't Jalen Hurts get the benefit of the doubt when he had a high school coach as the offensive coordinator last year? Seriously. Like, shouldn't that be part of why he's ranked higher? Listen, he's 17. I'm not going to pretend that Jalen Hurts is a prolific passing quarterback. That's not what he does. He's a better football player than he's a quarterback.
Correct.
Right? But, like, man, all these other guys, like, all right, Trevor Lawrence, like, all right, he's the former number 1 pick in the draft. He looked good last year with the new head coach. Right? Like, what about before that? I don't know, man. Like, I hope that they keep the same energy with Jalen Hurts.
I do, too.
Because next year he'll be a top 10 quarterback.
Well, I'll just say this. PFF just came out with their write-up for the Philadelphia Eagles. It says, the Philadelphia Eagles return one of the NFL's most talented rosters. How about that?
How about that? All right, CBS Sports, they do the same thing. They talk to whoever. Their top 10 NFL coaches entering the season. Who do you believe is number 1?
Oh, it's got to be boy wonder Sean McVay.
Clear number 1, not even close. Highest rank. It's pretty much 1 across the board. Number 2. Ray?
All right.
Well, you can go, Sean. I just want to make sure he's involved.
I would say, well, why don't I say Kyle Shanahan?
He is not. He is number 3.
Okay.
Kyle Shanahan, who has lost a lot of games in the playoffs, just saying. He's number 3. Mike McDonald, number 2, coming off a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So Nick Sirianni comes off the Super Bowl. He's nowhere to be found.
No.
He's 5 straight years in the playoffs.
He's the dumbest coach around.
Number 4.
Where's Ben Johnson on that list?
6th, I believe.
Okay, 6. 4. Sheesh.
Future Hall of Famer.
Sean Payton.
He's number 5.
Okay. Future Hall of Famer as a coach.
Yep. You're too close to the glass. That's why you can't see it. Ray, I don't know if you heard the list so far.
If you're saying he's too close to the glass, I'm going to go Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, number 4. How soon Sean forgets about Big Red. Number 6, Ben Johnson. Number 7, Jim Harbaugh. Okay. Vrabel, 8. You can't argue with the results he had last year. 9, DeMeco Ryans. 10, Matt LaFleur. Also receiving votes, Dan Campbell, John Harbaugh, Kevin O'Connell, Mike McCarthy, and Liam Cohen. No Nick Sirianni. Mike McCarthy!
So I'm not doing a good enough
Not a
job.
top 15 coach. Been to the playoffs 5 straight years. See, that's more egregious to me than Jalen Hurts being 17.
Totally agree. And I'm not even a big Sirianni guy, but come on.
I'm surprised Liam Cohen didn't get more votes. Dan Campbell only got 9. Like, hang on. I'm sorry. Dan Campbell turned a garbage franchise around. They hadn't won a playoff game since the 50s. And he came in and set the culture. The reason the Lions are winning right now, they have great talent. So you got to give them that. He reset the culture. All of those guys that play on that team will tell you Dan Campbell. They'll tell you Dan Campbell. That's the guy. Now, in games, all right, he's weird with challenges, and I feel like he screws himself a lot.
A little aggressive.
Man, you can't argue with what he's brought to Detroit. Him not making a top 10 list is a joke.
It is. It's list season.
Matt LaFleur? Come on.
That's Ray's guy.
I know it is, and I like Matt LaFleur. A lot of good coaches here, too.
Oh, there is.
A lot of good coaches.
A lot of really good coaches in the NFL. A lot of turnover at the offensive coordinator positions. So that's going to be really important to see how that one plays out.
Mike McCarthy got 4 votes. His highest rank was 7. Mike McCarthy?
Yeah, what are we doing there?
So that means that Sirianni got no vote.
You know what? That would not surprise me in the grand scheme of things, but it is extremely disrespectful. Yeah, well, what is McCarthy going to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Like, come on. Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback. And I like Rodgers. I do. I don't even care if he runs his mouth.
All right, coming up, YouTube chat recap. Do we have some Hurts? We're going to do some Hurts stuff next there, Raymond?
Yep.
All right, that's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
What a great show today, Ray. Hello, Metallica.
No. I don't think. Unless it's improperly labeled, someone's decided they're going to just start copying over our...
What is it? What does it say?
It says Honey Bucket.
Oh. I don't know anything about Honey Bucket.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Doesn't surprise me that would be in John's jukebox, John's repertoire. Anyways, he's running around doing his thing.
A lot happening around here.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. A lot of conversations being had behind the scenes. Of course, people fired up about the new lineup, fired up about what's happening with our teams right now. Phillies back at it. And what's the weather? What are we looking like? Is this weather gone? Well, obviously, we're in a studio, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't been outside this studio in 4 hours.
If I could ask one thing, like, could we get some light in here? Just one window. Like, I get it. The big wigs, they do it because of TV. But, like, I just want to see the outside. That's all. And, like, I just think it would do a lot for our morale if I could tell you if it's raining outside or not.
Yeah, I guess they don't. You would have to pull from the top.
Yeah.
Do they need that one over there, Ray?
In case they are joined by a guest over there, I guess.
Yeah, but can we all be honest about that guest spot?
It doesn't happen.
Unless we're upgrading the cameras there. And
Agreed.
I'm sorry that this is the second stance I'm taking today. People are going to think, wow, this guy gets
This
an
guy.
host. and he
Yeah,
starts
look at
acting
you,
like a
Ray.
DB. But,
Jeez,
like,
Ray.
if we're going to be honest about it, that spot's got no... You go watch the announcement. Me, it looks like, oh, yeah, they got him in some corner.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Like... I'm just saying, we need a better camera over there for that fourth mic.
It's off. No, the fourth, you shouldn't even use it. It shouldn't be used. Period.
Well, they're all the same ones. What's going on? That one's a nice camera.
No, but
fourth one's
this
a
one right
little,
here is
like-
bad.
Okay.
No, honestly, like when I think about doing games or something, I typically won't use that one because it looks so bad.
You almost want to double up on the side where Sean's at. I know this is inside baseball here, but like...
No, I know. It's bad. That one's bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
I did not see the announcement, other than the fact that I look over at the television screen and see our guy Chunas, your co-host, relaxing with some Hawaiian on. I mean, chest just ripping.
Yeah,
yesterday.
he had the shirt unbuttoned all the way. Looks like Millie Petrilli.
He was in the backyard, I guess, just
He's
catching
just
some sun.
Hanging out. Listen, man. That's why I wondered if he had pants on. It looked like perhaps he had no pants on.
Knowing what I know about our friends over there at NBC, I'm sure they were loving the look at Salciunas' chest.
He was just chilling.
Andrew Painter getting the start tonight.
Nice.
Minus 186, I'm seeing here, going up against Jake Irvin and the Nationals.
Minus 186?
Yeah, 6:40 start time. Weather, I'm looking at a little bit of rain coming in at 5:30, 50% chance, and then looks clear the rest of the way.
Well, as long as they're not calling for rain all day, they'll get the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, let me look at my 5-day forecast. Oh, it's actually going to be nicer later. Okay.
How about over the weekend? See, this is something you have. If you're buying tickets to games in the future, you have to look at whether or not this is an opponent that you are going to see again this season. How about that Orioles game over the weekend?
What about it?
They canceled. Like, it took them a little while.
Oh, no. I was already thinking, if you had tickets to that Sunday game, you got screwed because you waited a long time with the rain delay, and it was official, and they said, all right, game over.
Yeah.
But you never see them end a game after 5.5.
But I think it comes down to we're never going to see him again, so we got to get it in. Or...
Oh, no, the Orioles are like, we're selling at the trade deadline. We don't care. Let's go.
Let's go.
By the way, not a big crowd last night down at Citizens Bank Park. I don't know if anybody else.
37, 38?
Maybe that was the paid attendance.
Wow.
A lot of empty seats.
I'm going to try and restore the vibes for the attendance tonight.
It's a big vacation time.
Definitely.
A lot of people on vacation.
I keep holding steady, man. Everything is just too darn expensive.
Yep.
It really is.
Yep. All right, let's get to the YouTube chat recap, Ray. What do we got?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Getty up.
Ray is moving through the organization faster than Mar in a parking lot of a Thunder from Down Under matinee seating. From MBD-BDBF.
The YouTube chat recap, does that stay? Does that go?
I feel like that's a custody battle here.
No, that's yours.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Is
midday.
it?
It's a midday thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a midday thing. Yeah, like the features. I'm trying to think of a feature. I'll probably take some of the games I do.
Oh yeah, they're all yours.
Delco or Delno.
And you guys can do. Yeah, like I'll probably take that. But no, YouTube chat recap's a part of the midday show.
Okay.
We also didn't do the
Podcast review.
podcast. We got to do because Sean never heard the podcast review song.
Oh, I can't wait.
We'll get Gansey today. I thought we were going to do 11. And we'll do it tomorrow.
I was actually, unfortunately, I had the YouTube up during the Gansey interview because I wanted to see him. And I saw the annoying people on the YouTube chat comments. I saw Money Mar was chiding me over something.
Ah, yeah. They always chide.
Yeah, I don't watch.
They mean it in good fun.
I know they do. What's next?
Brace and Dunn sounds like a law firm. From Slime.
Oh, Slime's a new one.
Brace and Dunn, you need a third name.
Sounds a bit like a law firm until you hear the two of us speak.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, those two definitely didn't pass the bar.
Brace and Dunn.
Maybe Judge Mathis law firm.
Those two haven't passed the bar they don't like. Am I right?
What court show did you like? Would you prefer? You're Judge Judy guy?
How about Night Court?
With Harry Anderson?
Oh, the best.
Love Night Court.
Yeah. Who was the guard? Bull?
Bull Shannon.
Yeah, the best.
Oh, dude, look, if you want to talk about Night Court, we can talk about Night Court. Roz, who took over for Thelmo, died.
It was a great show.
It's a great show. Now, Harry Anderson I went to, guy grew up with Jim Silcox. His dad was Grover Silcox, who was a part of one of the original Morning Zoo guys for MMR. He worked Good Day Philadelphia. Grover did for a long time, but he's a professional comedian. Harry Anderson, we're playing baseball. Who's walking down the third baseline? Harry Anderson with Grover Silcox. Harry Anderson. Before he died, he passed away.
Yeah.
A long time ago now.
Yeah.
That was a great show. John Larroquette.
Oh, there you go.
Dan Fielding.
Strong. Just a great show.
Funny show.
Yeah.
Marky Post played, she was the prosecutor.
Actually, they brought it back. They did. They reincarnated
and
that show.
And was it Harry Anderson's daughter or something that was on the show?
I think so.
They did bring it back for a little bit. I don't think it worked.
No.
All right, what's next?
Your city, your town, Luis Arias is better than Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs. And the Phillies will win the World Series in 2026. From Dawood.
There it is. Your team, your town. So I was actually, after you brought up the Tony Gwynn comp, and more or less you're saying like he's just up there hitting and that's how he hits.
Yes.
You look at Tony Gwynn's numbers.
Oh, absurd.
Dude, he didn't hit 300. He's hitting like 360, 340, 370. Year after year after year.
The man.
After year.
Yep. Taken way too soon.
Man. Yeah, and his son, who later was a Philly, he works afternoon drive out in the station out in San Diego. Tony Gwynn Jr. Yeah. I met him. Because he's on the broadcast. So when they're in town, he comes to the station and he does the broadcast from the station and then he goes over to the park.
That's cool. Yeah, you would imagine.
Good dude.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice work by the Padres getting him involved. Nice.
What's next?
Imagine paying $70,000 to $80,000 for a wedding and then getting divorced 4 years later and still having to make payments on your wedding and the ring, plus child support and alimony. Yeah, I'm out on marriage, fellas. From Money Mar.
Yeah, Money Mar.
You're not wrong about that, Money Mar.
Damn.
Yep.
No, and I'd never thought about that, but you're exactly right. Man, that wedding, I had a Key West wedding. That was a pretty penny. Pretty penny.
Hey, Ray, how many years you think Tony Gwynn hit 300 in a row?
A dozen.
How about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19.
The only year he didn't hit 300 was his rookie year, where he batted 289. Oof.
Are you kidding me?
Batted 394 in 1994. It's the closest. He was the closest to batting 400. That a lot of people have. George Brett, I think, batted 391.
Was he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Now, is Luis Arias going to be a Hall of Famer?
Let me check.
He's got 3 straight batting titles, three different teams. He's a 325 hitter.
No.
That's Hall of Fame worthy.
Okay. No, he's not a Hall of Famer. Shut up.
What do you mean? Look at the numbers. That's not Hall of Fame case. He's hitting 325 this year. What's his career average? All right, he hasn't played.
Let me check.
He's played for 4 different teams. I get it.
A career 314 over
318,
8 years.
Long way to go.
He's 1,166 hits. He's 29.
All right.
It's tough. I mean, you look at Tony Gwynn has 3,100 and some odd hits. Dude, he had 19 years of batting over 300. You know how hard that is to get 300?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. All right, we're already going to be late. Give me one more.
Dodgers deferring money, but they are getting more TV revenue because they went bankrupt. They are playing both sides. That's what's wrong. From Randy.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about that, but they don't care. They've made so much money because they're winning. They're in LA. They have Ohtani. They're getting all that the money from Japan and all that side. They're making money. They're not worried about, even if they technically would lose money, which they're not. The value of the franchise is so much it doesn't matter.
There's number one in attendance too.
Yeah, please, the Dodgers. It's like they're playing a different game. Coming up next, Bill Calarulo, Ricky Bo, Unfiltered team.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Here from Gansey, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. And earlier